What's up, guys? Welcome to the Nameless Adventuring Guild. So this is technically the guild's third adventure, but also kind of their first, given that this is the first time that all of them are adventuring together. The premise of the Nameless Adventuring Guild is that they are an adventuring guild. They go out on odd missions, technically one shots, sometimes two shots, um, and they head out to solve mysteries, etc., at the behest of their boss, Talaskar, who is a Yuan-ti Pureblood. Um, and their HQ is in Daggerford, and they venture all over for various different missions and things like that. And yeah, so to start with, we are going to do a quick introduction to the characters, seeing as you guys have never met them before. And we have Gideon, who is brand new to the guild. So we will be doing a quick little introduction so that everybody can kind of get a better understanding of what the characters are like, and then we will crack on with today's one shot. Technically a one shot, but you never know with Nameless. Sometimes they get stuck at bridges and things like that. We are doing the Camp Clearwater Massacre. The Nameless Guild do not know this yet. It was a free one shot available on Roll20. I think it's a DM Dave module. This should be pretty fun. So I am very much looking forward to it. So without further ado, let's meet the guild. Okay, so we will start with Aydre then. Tell us about Aydre.
So Aydre is a high elf. She spent many years as a soldier. I think from memory it was like over a good 200 years as a soldier as part of an elite squad that would go off on secret missions and do all kinds of things. But she got sick of fighting other people's battles and not really understanding why. So she's sort of broken out and gone off by herself to sort of explore the world, travel, lend her very capable skills to other people that may need help, and just to sort of live a bit more free. But she's rather straight-laced, a bit take charge, very dark sense of humor, but generally, but likes to sort of maybe mother people, but can be still quite firm and cold.
Awesome. And up next is Duremir.
Duremir is a half high elf who grew up with a human dad who rarely spoke to people, so it's quite reclusive. It's Duremir, but he found out that the high elves are quite a classist bunch of elves, in his opinion, anyway, and started to look down on him being a half elf, even though he's still a high elf. And decided that he would get his own back by taking things that they cherished, and started thievery. And decided that sneaking around and tracking things down was the best way to go in life. And then he joined up. Then he signed up to Nameless, and hasn't looked back since.
Awesome. Awesome. So Endo is next.
Okay, well, Endo, he's a very large boy. He was he was pretty much born into a very low prospect family, limited education, limited chance for money, that sort of thing. He despises any kind of bullying or or like victimization or anything like that. And due to that, he ended up helping somebody, and it ended up getting him a position, or should I say, like a somewhere to live and sleep in a monastery. Um, Later on, he basically volunteered for a special unit that the paladins and the monks there were training. And it's a very special unit of shock troops that basically are designed to break the lines of a battlefield to get through to wounded people, so the monks can come in and take them out and heal them, that sort of thing. He's tremendously nice. He's not like a violent person by nature at all. And currently he's on his pilgrimage, which is when a sumo passes his training, he gets sent out to find some kind of technology or wealth or what's the word? Not surveillance, but like information about other cultures and other groups around the world. Intel, there you go, a bit of intel. And basically he's supposed to come back with that to his monastery and show that he's he's capable of providing something for the group. And so he came upon Nameless, and like he likes the fact that they have a kitchen and food. So he's quite happy.
Okay. Because they have a kitchen and food.
Yeah.
That's what's appealed to him the most there.
Yeah.
Okay. Gideon.
Okay, so Gideon is also a half elf. Quite young. Gideon's only about 18, 19. Was born without any magic, which was kind of a shock to Gideon's parents, who had both got magic, and they were sort of desperate for Gideon to be magical as well. So Gideon's sort of elven father particularly spent years and years researching a way to try and awaken the magic that he was convinced must be inside Gideon. They performed some sort of ritual that was supposed to do so, and something went wrong. Gideon doesn't really know what went wrong, but something went wrong. And Gideon saw some sort of vision of the shadow fell, and then kind of fell unconscious. When she woke up, her parents were dead, and she didn't know what had happened, but she had got the ability to cast some spells, and she was just afraid that she might have killed them. So basically just sort of left where she grew up and has spent the years in between moving around a lot and trying to make up for something that she thinks is her fault. So she kind of tries to take on jobs and help in towns that she sort of passes through. So that's Gideon.
Awesome. And Rising Tide.
So Tide is a bit of an outlander. Grew up in some like jungly forests on the edge of the land, and I guess has always been interested in natural things that can enhance his experience of the world. Left looking for treasure, kind of both knowledge based and kind of physical, glittery, sparkly things. And has kind of settled at this point into the Adventuring Guild as kind of a way to stay safe whilst also exploring around. But yeah, a bit of a weakness for intoxicants and weed. He likes weed. And as a bard, he's not really a singer or a dancer, but he thinks he knows a lot about the world. And is keen to spread what he thinks is wisdom.
Okay. Awesome. So I will move you over to here when it actually loads. So Gideon, I think this is your first time seeing the HQ, if I am not mistaken.
Yep.
So welcome to the Nameless HQ. You'll find Endo in the kitchen as always. Hopefully you're able to actually, yes you are able to move.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So the idea with the HQ, obviously it is where the Nameless Adventuring Guild is based. You are in Daggerford, which you should have a handout for in your...
Yeah, I can see
you
it.
can
in
see
my,
it. Yeah, I was just showing it to you again, just in case. So you are actually in... I don't know if it's marked on here. Oh my god, I can't even see that. I can't remember which. Oh, so you're in
Wasn't
like
it
the blue build. I think it's the blue buildings next to 37.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
So you are based there. You can do upgrades to the guild. I'm assuming Tide and Aydre did actually give the money for the
Yes, I need to deduct that from my sheet, but
yeah,
the answer
okay.
is yes.
Then I can do something. Well,
What was the amount
apparently.
again?
I cannot remember, Ryan.
I'll scroll back through and find
I
it.
only seem to have 5G. I think I must have taken mine out, but
Because I can therefore...
I think it was like 250-ish when he did give. Or
Oh.
something like that.
Oh my god. Driving me insane. I can therefore reveal... You should be able to see now that you have a training room. In theory.
And it. Already training.
You're in there already training. Awesome.
Insert Buffy montage.
Let me just... So...
An Audrey Rocky montage. That's fantastic.
So... I did put this in the Discord, in the things, but basically if you spend an hour training in the training room, until your next long rest, you gain advantage on the first attack you make each time you roll initiative. So every fresh combat, the first attack you make in it, you will get advantage on that attack. So that is available to you, as is the kitchen upgrade that I gave you for free, a freebie. If you consume a meal in the kitchen, which will take, it's basically a short rest. If you take a short rest in the kitchen, you gain a point of inspiration, which lasts until your next short rest. If the meal is prepared by an individual with proficiency in cook's utensils, which
Like
you happen
Endo.
to have, yeah, then consuming it actually gives you 2 points of inspiration instead. Endo does have proficiency with the cook's utensils.
I think Endo and Duremir have 2 points of inspiration, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, because you spent a short rest in the kitchen last session.
Yeah.
So, that is... I am on the wrong layer. Oh, go on.
Does me and Duremir have the money from the weapons?
You would have, if I'd done it.
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
It's a delayed payment.
Yeah,
from,
what I'm going to say is that Talaskar has
Talaskar.
been extremely, extremely busy. So she's kind of put the weapons to one side for now. But she will absolutely get those sold and give you some money for that. Don't worry, you can trust her.
Oh, yeah.
So just obviously, other members of the guild have already met Talaskar. Gideon, you would have met her, obviously, in recruiting. But just to kind of sum her up, she is a Yuan-ti Pureblood. She is... Okay. Yeah. So she kind of tries her best to treat you all as equals, but given her race, she doesn't actually believe that you are. She has a mind very much of logic and kind of deceit, but she had an adventuring guild before, and something went wrong with them. Nobody knows what it was. They just disappeared, and she had to move and restart afresh with the group that she's got now. If it's brought up, then she won't answer questions about it. However, she did earn quite a lot of gold from that previous crew, which is how she was able to set up the Daggerford HQ. She keeps a kind of watchful eye on the crew from afar, and is quite fair with what she rewards you with, in terms of she will take a cut from any kind of quests that you go out on, but she does actually give you a reward and does provide food and shelter for free. She
To
doesn't
Endo's
like
delight.
being deceived, so if she finds out that anybody has deceived her, that might be a problem.
Can't imagine what you're talking about.
Endo no understand what you mean.
So
We gave you all the pearls we had.
yeah, how many is 5? So yeah, so that's a little bit of info there on Talaskar. To you guys, though, she has always seemed quite not overly friendly. She does kind of maintain a little bit of distance. She won't be sat around kind of having a nice chin wag and a meal with you guys. But she has seemed fair. She hasn't seemed particularly dodgy or anything like that. So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that she is anything other than a lovely boss. Except for her race, which obviously has a bit of a reputation. So, are we ready to begin today's session? You will all be called to the main room over here, where Talaskar is. I'm imagining she rings a little bell. She's like ding-a-ling-a-ling to get people's attention. What is this? I'm getting
I think you've locked the door.
Have I?
Yes.
No,
Oh.
that's fine. I'm
I
in.
could walk through. Well, yeah, I couldn't walk through for some reason. I was using the arrow keys to crawl through
Oh,
it. I
it's
got
sometimes
up
it's
to
the
the door.
grid. It's like weird. I need
Okay.
to slightly edit the
That's-
dynamic lighting layer.
And now it's fine.
Oh, Gideon's like, no, I'm not going to stand with you people. I'm standing over here.
Angst.
Tide's passed out on the sofa already.
Just chilling.
So as you kind of all come to the bell, it's a bell now. That's just it. That's canon. I'm putting it in. She rings a bell. You all arrive. She is kind of sat reading over some papers that she's got on the desk in front of her. And as you come in, she looks up with a kind of as happy as you've ever seen her kind of smile. Ah, here you all are. I have a mission for you. There are rumours, just rumours of course, of bodies showing up in and around Camp Clearwater. I'd like you to investigate if it's true. The head counselor there, Steve, has offered some reward.
Okay, Endo ready.
Steady on, Endo. I think we're going to need some more information if you have any.
Oh, sorry,
When
Aydre.
you say bodies missing, were they more specific?
Well,
And how many bodies are we talking here?
several. Apparently some are missing and others have shown up in or around the lake there.
So how does this affect us? I mean, Clearwater's a long way away.
We have been hired to investigate. The councillors are not capable of defending themselves against any potential threats there.
Surprise, surprise.
So
Okay.
is this just a reconnaissance mission, or is it going to end up being a bug hunt?
Well, who knows what is happening up there? Initially, we have been tasked with simply investigating what is happening, though I would expect combat.
The
Will there be food?
I'm sure they will provide some, but feel free to take some from the stores.
Okay.
the usual investigate trick, eh? So,
Hey, Tally, what do you know about this guy? Can I call you Tally? Hi, Tally.
She kind of like, as you call her Tally the first time, her mouth just drops open in shock. She's like, no, you absolutely cannot call me Tally. And all I know is his name is Steve. He set up Camp Clearwater a little while ago, and it's about to open for the summer. However, obviously with bodies showing up left, right, and centre, they can't really expect the children to arrive.
Yeah, sounds like a problem.
We will make it safe for the children.
I'm
Won't
sure
we?
he will be grateful.
Duremir showed me a new technique. He showed me how to be stealthy like a ranger. We can sneak in and make everything safe.
Jeremiah is
I can't wait
just
to see that.
face palming as Endo says this, and it's just like, yeah, you can call it stealthy if you want, Endo.
And then Endo turns to everybody else and he just slowly gets his hand and he flattens it. And he puts it in front of his face and slowly raises it over his eyes. And he goes, see? Endo invisible.
As he does that, can I cast Minor Illusion and just cover him in smoke?
Yes! Yes, you can.
It didn't do this before when I was practicing. Sorry. Oh, Endo blind. Oh.
Endo, my dude.
That's some
Oh,
skills,
dude.
dude. That's some serious skills.
Pinkie.
So I suppose the big question is, well, what are they paying us?
Well, he isn't the most wealthy. He's offered 200 gold per person. Though, of course, with my cut, that will be 150 per person.
And the new girl, is she ready?
Gideon is just very skeptically looking at like Endo and just sort of nods at you.
I trust you are in agreement then.
I mean, I'm down. I'm always down.
Endo ready.
Yeah, I'll just go grab the weapons.
Is there room to negotiate this price? Because if it's just reconnaissance, that's fine. But I mean, if this is going to turn into another bloodbath, these clothes don't clean themselves.
Aydre, Aydre.
I love it.
It's only a
Perhaps.
bloodbath if you make it a bloodbath.
Hey,
Indeed.
I don't leave a drop, but I'm looking around
Endo
at you
just looks at
children.
Aydre and he's like,
But I'm looking at all you children, and it's another day at the creche.
Thanks, Aydre. Much appreciated.
Perhaps you could negotiate with Steve himself. If more work is required.
All
I
right.
mean, Aydre's probably the most influential amongst us all, aside from yourself, Talaskar. But, you know,
Indeed. Of course, I trust you all to be honest with how much you receive.
Of course, boss.
we have
Endo
given
no
you room to
lie.
doubt it.
Very well. Well, Clearwater is a couple of days away from here, so I suggest you gather supplies and head on your way.
Okay, Endo
Endo.
grab food.
Of course. Of course he does.
Don't eat it just yet, okay, Endo?
Okay, Duremir.
You guys got your weapons?
Always.
Yeah, dude.
Endo no need weapons. Endo is weapon.
I've seen that for myself, mate.
Okay. So has everybody got any like room benefits that they wish to get before they head off? I know that Duremir and Endo obviously ate from the kitchen. Endo, why don't you have a nameplate?
I don't know. I do.
No,
There, it's
you
blue.
don't.
It's at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, no, sorry, I meant on your actual thing. I fixed it now. I think it's because your name was so long, it couldn't fit on the thing underneath your token.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're trying to say. What were you trying to say? You're racist.
What? Whoa! Whoa!
Wow.
That is untrue.
Not
Did
his
you
fault.
also
His name
notice,
is 14
Tide,
syllables.
that you have a keyboard now outside your room?
Oh my god, no, I didn't, but I love it.
Russians do it.
What's the weather like outside?
The weather is. I assume you don't mean in actual IRL because it's quite sunny right now. Yeah, it's quite a nice day, kind of cloudy a little, but bright outside.
Yeah, I might go and take a nap in the garden.
I'm going to spend a brief hour throwing my daggers around and practicing my sword work.
Yeah, I'm going to monitor him and help him.
Train him.
And
Wow.
Endo can make everybody a meal.
While flicking some daggers around.
Yep. So you're.
Aydre, you said you did monitor me. You need to watch what I do so you get better at throwing your daggers.
I was just letting you guys get a head start last time.
Just tell yourself that, dude.
So 2 points. The garden has not yet been purchased, so you cannot spend time there and get the benefits from it. And the other point is, Endo, if you are going to do a meal for everybody, that does not mean that yours and Duremir's.
Oh, no. Yeah, I was going to say just for everybody else except me
Yeah.
and Duremir.
Yeah, the inspiration doesn't stack from it, so everybody else can have, if they eat, will have 2 inspiration.
Yep.
I am going to go to the kitchen and give Endo the help action by trying to sneak some herbs into the food.
Oh God. When you say herbs.
I mean like basil, guys. I don't
Okay.
Someone roll me initiative, please. Otherwise, someone's going to get donged by a ladle. Okay, this is Endo's kitchen. Wah! You can all see the troll head above the fireplace that Endo removed from a troll. Obviously, after the team killed it, but no one needs to know.
Okay, so Endo, we are going. Will I do this? Just had a drink delivered to me. No. Fine.
Oh, we're doing what?
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So you all, if anybody's eating, then because Endo is proficient with cook's utensils. I'm not going to make him roll for it. So if anybody eats in that room, they will get 2 inspiration. And anybody training, I saw Gideon sneaking in there as well.
Yeah, just lurking in a corner, like watching what's going on.
Okay.
I look over at Gideon. You need to practice to get better, you know.
I just chuck a firebolt at one of the targets.
Oh.
Oh, right. Say no more.
It sounds very noisy in there. I wonder what they're doing.
Training.
What do you think, Tide?
I think, Aydre, dude. It's going to be chaos.
Very violent.
I mean, I'd rather they be with us than with them.
Agreed. I'd rather be in the kitchen than over there.
You want some basil?
Okay.
This is actual basil. I'm not like getting everyone.
No
high,
one
just
trusts
to
Tide.
say-
Everyone's like, what? Hang on. Are we eating that meal now? Okie dokie.
Well, we don't know about it. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
true.
is where we have to use the inspiration points just to keep standing because he's put something else in there. Roll me initiative. No, you're not a nat 1. It's a nat -3 because of something that was introduced into your food.
Oh dear.
Amazing.
Okie dokie. So, are you all done with what you're doing in your little?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, after filling up on Endo's food and doing some training or just throwing fire at things, you head out to... What the hell is that?
Why can Endo smell singeing? I thought you were throwing knives in there.
I was. Didn't say that anybody else was.
Is the building on fire?
No, don't think so. Gideon, is it?
I'm sure it will be fine.
Hello, I'm Endo.
Hi, I'm Gideon.
Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Around.
Endo from around too.
Endo is around.
Wow.
I
Okay.
need to get a to it at some point to get around to it.
So I am going to assume that you're kind of having this chat on your way. So you head off to Camp Clearwater, chatting amongst yourselves on the way. It's a very kind of easy journey. Most of the roads are well trodden, so you pass plenty of people on the roads. There's no
Are we
specific
moving in formation?
danger. What kind of formation would you like to be moving? I'm moving in
One,
a formation.
one that's like very reminiscent of a Stradi-like formation.
I'm going.
Like,
You're gonna be
Duremir
fine.
and-
because you're going to be arriving at the camp with no issues beforehand, so you don't need to worry about it. It's
Okay.
all right. That
Just
right
getting
there
that out
is a traumatized
Yeah.
player.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big time.
So after traveling for a few days, you're kind of. I imagine poor Aydre's like struggling a little bit with these people around her. But her patience is finally rewarded as you kind of turn a bend and there is a massive wooden sign that says "Welcome to Camp Clearwater," with a simple painting of a lake flanked by trees. And a few hundred yards beyond, you can see a large cabin. Boom. You may have to scroll up depending on how zoomed out you are on your screen. As you head towards the cabin, you can see several people, kind of some exiting, some sat by a little campfire nearby. Most of them are wearing pale yellow tunics and matching shorts, each with the words camp counselor embroidered on the left breast over the tunic. As you approach, they kind of look up and grin.
Hello, my name's Endo.
Is Steve around at all?
And this guy in the middle here kind of
Oh, there
steps
you are.
forward and he's like, "Ah, hello, can I help you?"
Yeah, you asked for some help to investigate these occurrences that have been happening recently. We're
Ah,
from Daggerford.
You're the Nameless group, is it?
Yeah,
Something
that's
like
the one.
that. Well, thank you for showing up. Yes, the rumors. I imagine it's about the bodies. That's why you're here, right?
Yep, you asked us to investigate, apparently.
Yes. Well, if you'll just like to follow me, and he kind of like heads off over here, like past these tents. You can kind of get the impression that he's trying to lead you away from the counselors.
Endo carried lots of bodies. He's very experienced.
Yeah.
Carried lot. Oh, right.
The less you know, the better, Steve, in this regard.
Yes, I can see that. Well, I've been thinking that probably it's nothing to worry about. The bodies that I found, well, they were a couple of the counsellors that had gone missing, but I think bears probably got to them, and it's going to be fine, I'm sure.
Endo can solve the bear problem. Endo can kill bears.
Can I have a look and see if he's trying to twist the truth in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, you can roll insight.
Because the way he's saying it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not quite buying this.
You can tell that he thinks it could possibly be bears, but there is still a lot of concern that he has. Like, he's still like not 100% sure that it could be.
Seeing Duremir stare at this person after the mission that Endo's just had. Can Endo roll insight and just like glare at him, like kind of like uneducated but insightfully?
Okay. Okay.
He is quite insightful. It's Endo.
Do you learn the exact same thing?
Okay, but he's just stood there with his eyes like squinting, just looking at him. Because like Duremir did it, so he's doing it too.
Are you all right there? Is everything okay?
I just
Yeah,
watching you, Mr. Steve.
you're
Yeah.
saying bears. Then are the bears around here?
Yes, there's been known to be brown bears around here every now and then. Uh, I'm sure that's what happened. That's the only thing it could be. But I could still use
So
your
when you
help.
say, well, when you say this has happened, so how frequently is it happening?
Well, we've only just come back here, getting it ready to open uh, for the campers, and within the past 4 days, we've had two counsellors go missing. We,
And that's on top of the several that have been missing before we were even dispatched for the 5-day journey to get here.
well, yes, but they weren't campers. They were people tend to stay in the tents sometimes, uh, while the camp is actually closed. So
And
that's not anything to
how
do with us. That's not our business.
how often do the bears bother this camp on a
Oh,
usual time frame?
well, it varies. Sometimes they don't bother it at all, and other times, well, they're here every other day. I know that one of the cabins, I think, has been ransacked by bears. Perhaps you could help the counsellors with things around camp? I don't want to risk them going off alone. They're not capable of fighting off bears.
Uh-huh.
Now, when you say help the counsellors around the site, what do you mean by that? As in, are we helping build anything? Because I don't know if that was in the job description.
Well, not build anything, just help accompany them, basically. Help them with some renovations, some preparations. Just save them from possible bear attacks. I'll reward you. I'm heading off to town. It's going to be maybe 6 days before I'm back, but as soon as I am, I'll happily pay you.
Wouldn't it just be easier if we went to try and find the bears? I mean, children are going to turn up here at some point, right? Do you want the bears to attack them?
Endo agree. That's not nice.
I
And we do
mean,
have a ranger.
there are quite a few bears in the area. You might be on quite a mission. I'd rather you just try and help with getting the camp set up, and if you come across any bears, then defend the counsellors. I am paying these people, and I can't afford to lose any more.
Hmm.
Endo
Um,
can protect anything.
and I don't want to be. Is there any way we can look at the bodies just to check them out?
Oh, no, the bodies have been sent to their relatives.
Okay, no worries.
Do the attacks happen more during the day or at night?
Doesn't seem to matter, to be honest. I know
Right.
one of them went missing. Well, we couldn't find her in the morning. She had gone into her cabin and then must have wandered out for some reason. And the other went missing doing a job. I think she was trying to help Alice with transferring supplies, but not 100% sure.
Do the attacks seem to happen in the same area? Or is it anywhere?
It's all over the camp.
That's not good.
No one's seen an attack though. This is all happening. So does no one hear anything?
I've not heard anything, and nor have any of the other counsellors come to me. There's
It doesn't sound. This is interesting. I mean, because
Are
surely with the
are the
bear attack,
councillors
there'd be a
scared?
roaring. You'd hear people screaming, running around. But this is like a stealthy bear.
Endo Endo
look
just
at Endo
slowly lifts
when,
his hand up and just puts his hand over his eyes and goes, Endo invisible.
Yes, and
And then he lowers it back down and goes,
I cast minor illusion.
now you can see me.
Every time. I'm just going to assume every time now.
I don't think it's working properly. It did not do this when I practiced.
I mean, I don't know what else it could possibly be. There are rumours of some sort of madman running around the camp, but they are just rumours. You know how it is at a camp. The children and the counsellors make up ghost stories and things.
Madman.
Ghosts? Endo not like ghosts.
When you're gone for the next 6 days, who was your second in charge? Is it this Alice that you were just mentioning?
You can speak with any of the counsellors, but Alice and Bill are my lieutenants, for want of a better word.
Okay.
Every fibre of my being is not wanting to ask who the fuck is Alice. Oh,
I was going to ask, is he living next door to her? But, you know.
Good God.
It's begun, it's begun, it's begun. Oh, dear me.
So, yes, I do have to head off into town, but if you could stay and protect the camp and help the counsellors, then when I get back, I'll pay you each 200 gold?
on top of what we were previously offered?
No, that is that is what you were previously offered.
Just to clarify, that was 200 per person.
Yes, per person.
Yeah. All right. Well, so where are we staying?
You can stay in this cabin, the main one. If you head inside, there are quite a few bedrooms. Just choose any of them.
And the counsellors, they stay in the main cabin, or do they stay outside with the tents and things like that?
There are several cabins dotted around the camp, so they are split amongst those.
Naturally.
Aydre's like, yep, I'm gone.
Just scoping it out.
So these tents, then, you say that people like stay in them while they're closed.
Oh, no, not these ones specifically, but there are various cabins and tents around, and vagrants and things tend to find their way.
As you say, this Endo's head just like bobs down a little bit and he looks a little bit sad.
You are right there?
Oh, it's nothing. I remember sleeping in doorways and things when I was, like, younger. It's okay.
Well, yes, that's part of the issue there. They tend to, when there's nobody here, they tend to take advantage of that and move into the cabins and things, but it's rare that they cause any trouble. Aydre doing full circuits.
Just checking the perimeter.
You see, Endo would notice this if he had, dark vision. I see nothing.
The hutch at the back, does that lead into the cabin? Or is...
the trapdoor around the back, it leads to the cellar.
Okay. No?
That usually full of supplies or empty?
It's rarely used. Some old furniture maybe down there.
I'd be worth looking out then, Aydre. Trapdoors. People
Yeah,
hiding
it's
them.
something to keep an eye on.
Good eyes.
Alrighty, well let's get these bears. In quotation marks.
Can you introduce us to Alice and Bill before you leave, so we know who to go and find out?
Oh,
if
yes,
or
of
when
course.
something happens and you're in town.
Yes, of course, this way.
What do you mean when something happens, Duremir? There's nothing happening.
Something's obviously going to happen, Endo.
No ghosts,
What
Duremir.
Hey, was that one of the bears on the floor?
I think that is cow print rather
Yeah,
than...
me too.
So he kind of leads you inside, and there is a man kind of sat on the arm of the sofa. He's like, there you are. Bill, this is the Nameless Adventuring Guild. They came to help out with the bears. And Bill's like, alright.
Hello, Bill. I'm Endo.
When he says about the bears, can I do an insight check or something to see if Bill was giving off like a yeah right bears kind of vibe?
Yep.
So would that be insight or?
Yes, insight.
Okay.
Yeah, right, bears. I love that.
Oh man, I can't roll for shit.
He just, if anything, you pick up that he seems like a bit disinterested.
Oh.
Can I have a chance to try my eyes and have a see if he's just casually just dismissing it, or actually like, yeah, them bears are like painting up.
Yep.
So as Duremir does this, Endo's not gonna.
No.
I'm not rolling. I'm a character. I'm not rolling. I'm like Endo's just copying Duremir because he's just like he's watching him and he's like so he's just squinting and staring at him at the same time, like just like watching you.
I imagine Duremir does it a lot more subtly than Endo would.
Yeah, Jeremiah is like a quick glance to check the body language, whereas Endo's just full on, just standing and staring.
Like 2 feet away from him.
Yeah. You get the impression that he's kind of annoyed by the bears. He's not particularly afraid though. He's like he thinks when he said about the bears, he's like, oh yeah. But he isn't afraid of them. They're more of an annoyance to him.
Right.
What's through here?
I love that.
Aydre, what
He's
you
just being a right nosy.
She's like, I want to go in here, and I want to go in there.
What's in here? What's in this room?
Other rooms. I can open them if you want. And Bill kind of stands up and heads over to open the other doors.
For the murder hobo.
There you go.
Alrighty. Everything looks in order.
Great.
That you know of. Our character, it could be full of mimics. You don't know.
I mean, there's a lack of order. I mean, these beds aren't made, and there's no things aren't tucked in. So I'm not running this camp, so that's
Nobody's staying here at the moment, though, Aydre. You know what I mean?
Love it.
I think the idea, unless I'm mistaken, is that they make their own bed.
Exactly. Lack of order. Who doesn't make their bed when they get out?
Yeah, well, if there's nobody here, then then who's here to make the beds?
This is all the councillors are all staying here.
No, they stay in the other huts and places around camp.
Endo's just looking on, really confused at this point.
Anyway, onwards. Bill, where were you last night?
Sleeping? What do you mean? I was in my cabin, asleep.
I'm watching you.
It's just like, alright then.
You heard any suspicious noises around camp at all? Stuff you wouldn't want to tell the other councillors?
Not particularly, no, other than the bears, I guess. They got into one of the cabins. Actually, if you guys are here to help out, I could do with someone coming with me, actually, to help clean up the cabin.
I look round at the guys. Yeah, I can with you.
And we're gonna need help. The other councillors are gonna need help too. And as he says that, another councillor walks in, and Steve turns around and goes, "Ah, Alice! This is Alice."
Hello, Alice. I'm Endo.
Hello, I'm Alice.
Hello. I'm Duremir.
Hello. Are you helping around camp then?
Yes, we would.
Matter of speaking.
Fantastic, because I have a lot of supplies that need moving, and I can't move them myself. So, if anybody's
I look at Endo.
What kind of
Sounds
supplies?
like your job, big boy.
Oh, you need help lifting? Endo lift.
yes, please.
Okay.
So Endo is going with Alice. There's other people outside. Brenda, Jack, I think Marcy and Ned need help too, if people can.
Tide is kind of, I mean, I'm curled up on the sofa already, and I think Tide just kind of pipes up and says, "Are there any tasks that don't require manual labour?"
What are you classing as manual labour? Is walking manual labour? Because Brenda just needs to check all the buildings, so you don't actually have to do anything.
Yep, that'll do me. Sounds like a job for me.
Love it.
Who was that, sorry?
Brenda,
Check the
she's
locks.
outside.
Tide, check the locks and check the windows. See how securely they lock.
Cool, will do.
That cat.
Because we want to be keeping people safe indoors at night. Safer indoors from a bear than out.
So if you are heading outside, this is Brenda here.
Oh, hey, Brand.
Hello, can I help you?
I like your hair.
Cheers. What?
I'm with you. We're gonna go check on some stuff, right?
Oh, you're gonna help me check all the buildings, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Do you know who's helping me? This guy speaks up.
If you head inside, I'm sure one of them will give you a hand.
Alright.
They're just getting acclimatized.
He heads inside. Alright, who's helping me?
And you are?
Jack. And he extends his hand.
Depends what help you need.
Hi, Jack. I'm Endo.
Hi, Endo. I need someone to help me fix a boat.
How did you break it?
There's a hole in it. I think it hit a rock while it was in the lake.
Oh dear.
Is that beneath your skills, Aydre?
I'll go. I wanted to have a look around the lake anyway.
Alright. Steve's like, well, while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna head off. I need to start my journey into town. I'll be back in 6 days with your payment.
Keep an eye out for those bears.
Will do. And he looks a
It's
little
dangerous
bit
out there on the road.
alarmed as he heads out, giving a wave to Tide as he walks by.
Be very careful.
Good God.
Endo no trust them roads.
Do we get started then?
Alright, so I've got Endo with me. Who's helping Bill clean the cabins?
That's me, Jeremiah.
Alright, The angry-looking woman over there is going with Jack. The cat is with Brenda. So that just leaves Ned and Marcy. Marcy needs to take inventory, so she's going to be looking at all the camping gear near the work sheds, I think. And Ned's going to check on old Mr. Coates, the groundskeeper. So, who would you like to help, young lady?
Well, first of all, I think that this was a bit of a weird way of hiring more counsellors, if that is why you've brought us here. But I guess I will go and help whoever it was who's talking to the groundskeeper.
That's Ned. He's outside and you're a little bit aggressive. Have you thought about smiling?
As soon as you say this,
Stares
Endo's
like-
just stood behind her, just like thumbs out, looking at Gideon.
Gideon is just like dead-eyed stare, like totally blank face, dead eyes, and then just marches outside.
Why do I see an arrow?
I'm just checking.
Aydre's liking Gideon already.
Okay, so
I'm
we...
looking
Aydre's already developing more
at
of a like for
Alice,
Gideon.
and you just see me just roll my eyes, and just like, okay, one of these people.
Endo nervous.
She's not particularly
Where'd
friendly, is
Gideon
she?
go?
She's very
Yeah.
angry.
She's new to all of us, so think
She
she's yet
seems
to
nice.
like, get used to how we operate, things like that.
Yeah, we smile more.
I just rub my eyes again. Sure, Endo, we do smile more.
Okay, so...
So I'm going to quickly jog out and catch up to Gideon. Be like, hey, just when you meet this old guy, check him out, because for the stories of a madman running around town, and this guy's got a temper. If he's staying in his own place, I reckon he's our prime suspect for these bear attacks. So get a feel for him.
Will do.
Excellent. Jack, hurry up.
Okay, so we are going to start. You are all splitting up. We are going to start with Endo. Okay, so I am going to pop you on a different map.
No. Endo's already at death saves. He don't want to do anymore.
You don't have
I'll
to
look
do
at-
the saves.
I'll look at Bill and just go, if anyone annoys Endo, don't worry, they'll not be around afterwards.
Oh, Alice isn't annoying. She's very friendly. I think she'll get on well with your friend.
I wasn't meaning Alice. I wasn't meaning Alice at all.
So as you are kind of following Alice, she's like chattering away as she's kind of going on, just small talk basically. She's just like, oh, well, I only arrived a couple of days ago. I'm quite late to the party really. I had some things to deal with in town before I got here. But it's in a right mess, isn't it?
I arrived today.
Yeah. Okay. So, here we go. The work sheds. We're going to need to grab some supplies from here and take them back to the cabin.
Okay.
How much can you carry, just out of interest?
Endo can carry anything.
No, how much can you carry?
Okay. Given the fact that those weapons are in my inventory, but they're not. Endo can carry over 350 pound.
Oh.
I think.
Okay, I think we're going to need to use the cart.
Endo's strong. Endo can do it.
There's about 3,200 pounds worth of supplies that needs moving.
Upon hearing this, Endo just like clicks his knuckles and flexes his arms. He's like, Endo ready.
I really think we should do the cart. Let's do that instead.
You want Endo to pull cart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you kind of start loading up this cart. You looking at it, you're like, it's a bit rickety. I'm not sure about this kind of thing. But Alice is quite cheerful as she's like helping you kind of put things on to it. You make the trip there and back. It can hold about 400 pounds at a time, so it's going to take you quite a few trips, like 8 trips to do it. You kind of make the trip there and back, and all the while Alice is like chattering away to you quite happily, like just about anything really. She's like, "Oh, look at that bird in the tree. Can you see it? Isn't it pretty?" I love being out in nature. What about you?
I like things that are pretty and like butterflies and little animals and little squirrels. I don't like the grey ones though, because they're mean and they're racist. But I like the orange ones. They're nice.
Okay. I don't know if we have many squirrels here, to be honest. Anyway, and as you are kind of pulling along the cart behind you, you feel that suddenly one side of it drops, and as you look back, you notice that one of the wheels has broken off.
Oh dear. We need to fix the car. Endo will have a look and see what he can do. What would I need to roll?
How are you going to fix it?
Well, first of all, I want to see like if it's fixable by me. In terms of what like. First of all, I want to see what the damage is, if that makes sense.
So basically, it looks like the kind of what is it called? It's like an axle, right? That goes like through. It looks like that's kind of broken.
Is this the last load?
No, you have at least another 3 trips to make.
Okay. I mean, I guess I would see. Is the axle made out of metal or is it made out of wood?
Wood. The whole car is made of wood.
Looking around, would I notice anything that's of a similar shape or that I could perhaps just like jam underneath the car and then shove through the holes on the wheels so that at least it's still got some kind of mobility?
So are you looking for like a tree branch or
something as solid and as similar as the item that's broke.
Okay, you can roll perception or investigation, whichever you prefer.
I prefer perception. Yes, I prefer perception.
Yeah, so you kind of look around. You don't necessarily see something that could go the whole way, like from one side of the cart to the other, but you do see a couple of pieces of wood that possibly you could attach where it's broken and like make it like a brace so that it's fixed and can still turn.
Okay, well. Okay, Endo will fix it.
Okie dokie. Can you make me a dex check, please?
Straight dex or a saving throw?
Straight dex, not a saving throw.
Okay.
The cart's not going to attack you.
Yeah, well, I won't be too sure in this universe. Oh dear.
No, that's fine. That's all you needed. Yeah. So you managed to, with the help of Alice, kind of like holding it for you and passing you like rope and things, you managed to kind of tie it quite tight. It's wobbly. It's not like that secure, but you think it will probably last you the couple of things that you need to make.
Okay. Okay, I finished fixings. On we go.
Okie dokie. Yep. So you deliver the supplies and return back to camp. Where? Or do you? Hang on. Do you?
I think Endo does.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yes, you do. It's fine. I think Endo does.
See, Endo's there. Look, Endo
Endo's
does
back.
return.
So, next up we have helping Bill clean the cabins. That is
Yep.
Duremir, so we are going to have to... Where the hell? Is it there? No. Okay, so basically it's really irritating because they give you one map for the whole cabin thing. So I'm going to have to pop everybody else onto GM layer for now. Okie doke. So, Bill kind of leads you around. All of the cabins that you come to are pretty much laid out very similarly to the one that you started in.
Right.
As you kind of wander around, you can see that some of them look a little bit more lived in terms of you can tell that the council have started setting up there for this season at the camp. As you reach the door of one of the cabins, you can see that the cabin door is kind of like broken open and it's got kind of claw marks on the door. And Bill kind of
Okay.
hands you some cleaning supplies and he's like, Bears did that. They're a nightmare in this place, you know.
Right. And I looked at the claw mats. I looked at the claw. This one get rid of them, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's more inside that's the issue. And when
Right.
you look inside, the place is trashed. The kitchen has been gone through. These bears have obviously been looking for food, so there's food everywhere. They've traipsed like mud into there. They've knocked furniture over. It just looks like a complete mess. So Bill does come in and he immediately starts going into the bedrooms and starts kind of trying to straighten up the beds and get new bedding and things like that. And he's like, "Yeah, if you can just help, then that'd be great."
Yeah, I'll start off in the kitchen,
Okie dokie.
trying to clear it all up.
Alright.
You want me to roll anything for this, or?
Yeah. Can you roll me wisdom, please?
Oh. You sure you do want dexterity for this?
In terms of organising the supplies and things like that, no, it would be wisdom, unfortunately. So yeah, so you kind of step into this kitchen and it seems like this is where the bears really had a good time, you know? They were like eating everything. They opened every cupboard, they pulled everything out that they could find. And you just don't know where to start. You kind of like reach down to start picking stuff up and then like look again as if to be like, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing here.
I'm going to use one of my inspiration points
Okay.
to try and make this do a bit faster.
Yeah.
Not much.
It is just enough. So you manage to start gathering the supplies up, putting some stuff away, throwing away some stuff that obviously is not usable anymore. It looks tidier. It does not look particularly clean, though you wouldn't necessarily want to eat anything that had come from that kitchen yet. So you've managed to do a little bit of organising, kind of, but not anything too dramatic.
Right. Okay.
Bill kind of comes out, looks, kind of does like a double take, so he like looks like, oh, you've started to, yeah, you've just started though, right? You're not. That's not how you're leaving it.
No, of course not.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then he kind of heads back into another room.
And I'm going to attempt again to try and get this kitchen cleaner. And
So you can roll dex now because you've basically organised everything that needs organising. Now you are just literally cleaning. So reaching up and wiping things, very thrilling. Yep, you make it spotless. Bill kind of pops out
excellent.
again, and he's like, "Ah, much better, thank you. That's awesome."
How many rooms are left aside from the living room, the main room?
I'll do the bedrooms. There's just the main room really, and then it should be fine. Luckily, they didn't get into the toilets. Dread to think.
Right, that is lucky. And I'll start trying to tidy up the couches and stuff like that in the main room.
Yep. So you can either roll again with your dex, or I can just take that check if you want.
Yeah, just take that one.
Yeah. So again, you've straightened everything up. There's there's like mud and things like that that's easily wiped up, and everything else you just managed to straighten up. Absolutely fine. And as you do that, Bill's kind of been going from room to room and then comes back and stands. It's not spotless by any stretch of the imagination, but it is in a much better state than it was. And he kind of gives you a bit of a grin. But it's kind of the most cheerful that he's actually seemed since you met him. And he's like, nothing like a good day's work, eh? Let's head back to the main cabin and see what's going on there.
Yeah, sure. I mean, do you actually think it's bears? Out of earshot of Steve?
Yeah. What else would it be? Oh, you've not been listening to the silly rumours, have you?
When you investigate, you keep your ears open to any possibility. You know this, right?
Well, yes, but honestly, it's not some madman or ghosts or anything like that. It's just bears. Bears do awful things sometimes.
You got anything to replace the door with, or we're leaving it marked for the time being?
Well, we'll leave it marked for the time being, and I'll have me and Alice set up in this one, so not to scare the other councillors too much.
I like how you think. Okay. And then head back to the
Yep.
to the main,
so you head back
cabin.
to the main, and we will then do Tide and his non-work. So as you approach, Brenda's like, "All right, are you coming to help me look around the camp then?"
Yeah, I'm really excited to not lift things. Let's go.
All right, and she hands you. Yes.
What?
She hands you. Oh, well, I'll show it to everybody. But there you go. She hands you a map of the camp. She's like, "Here you go. This could be useful. We're gonna need to basically travel around, check every single place on the map, and report its condition. Easy, right?"
What? God, yeah. I mean, I thought cleaning was the hard job. Yeah, Yep.
So.
I mean, I'm happy to do inventory if you think you got this on your own. That's fine.
No, I'm happy for the company.
Yeah. Okay.
Boom. Obviously, you're not that big because that would be giant.
And large reduce.
Yeah, so she's another talkative one, as a lot of the counselors, with the exception of Bill, who seems a bit more like sullen, tend to be. And as you're kind of making your way around the camp, she is just talking your ear off. She's telling you all about her auntie, who has been trying to get with the town blacksmith, and she's asking you for all sorts of advice. She's like, "Oh, so what do you think? What's the best way to seduce a blacksmith, do you think?"
I think sometimes you just gotta chill out and let your body do what feels right.
I mean, the issue is he won't even look at my auntie at the minute.
Why not?
Well, he just doesn't seem interested.
Have they spoken together? Does she know him, or is she just skirting around the edges?
Well, I don't think she's actually spoken to him ever. It's more of those, love from afar kind of things.
I think, and I'm very wise, I think that might be the issue.
Maybe. I tell you what, we've actually got quite a lot of ground to cover here, so how about I head up here and you head round there?
Um, OC Tide is battling between his inherent laziness and the fact that he knows he should check out the locks and the windows. No, let's do a couple together. Let's see how far we get. I'd love to hear more about your auntie and the blacksmith.
Okay. So she kind of leading the way. She leads you over to this place. Can you, if you're wanting to check the windows and the doors, rather than constantly pull you back out of this map, can
Yeah.
you roll me an investigation, please?
Oh no. Yeah.
That doesn't sound good. That is not good. You're
Not
fairly
good.
sure that there are some windows there. The windows seem intact, and there's definitely doors on the building too.
Yep, Aydre will be happy with that. Wonderful.
She's gonna be very mad at you.
She's laughing her head off.
So you kind of basically make your way around. At this point, she's like, "Oh, they're the caverns,
What's in the caverns?
caves."
Is there anything inside it? Is it for mining? Is it for...
We're not allowed to go in.
Interesting. Can I kind of peek in? I've got dark vision. It's not far, but it's like 60 feet.
Yeah, you can peek in the cave entrance. Yes.
What do I see?
Just basically a series of natural tunnels which are like weaving off from the opening, and down them you can see nothing particularly.
Hey, Brenda, do you fancy a little sneaky explore?
Are you kidding? Do you know how much of this camp we've got to do?
I know, but what if you find something for your auntie to give to the blacksmith? There'll be something cool in this cavern.
How about you check out the cavern and I'll keep doing my job?
What are the other buildings that we haven't checked out yet?
Well, we're gonna need to go and check each of the cabins. There's that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. There's quite a few. How about you take the top half of the map, I'll take the bottom.
Hang on, I'm just looking at this map that she's given me. Yeah, okay.
Alright. Well, best of luck.
See you soon, Brend.
And she heads off. Back.
She heads off?
She heads off. She's gone.
Okay, she's gone searching. She's not just slacking off like I was.
Time we're a bit outraged. Like, what? I'm having to do something and she's not. Are you going into the cave?
No, but I'm making a mental note that I want to go back later.
Okie dokie.
I would love to, though, as I go around the rest of these, can I use my performance of creation thing and make like a magnifying glass so I can check out like locks and windows and stuff a bit better, hopefully?
Yes, okay.
Excellent. That's what I'd like to do. I don't know how that's going to help me on any check, but it
If
feels
you're
like we
using
should
a
get something.
magnifying glass, I will give you advantage on that.
Amazing. Can I do another investigation check?
Yeah. So where you are now, you are looking at. Yeah, so these are very small cabins. So yeah, you can do another investigation check
With advantage?
with advantage.
Amazing. Lord knows I need it. Wow, that's a 4. Oh, it's not sent to you. That's a 4 with advantage.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. So as you're kind of like looking at the window, like you're trying to like find the lock and you kind of have just really zoomed in on this piece of wood and you're like, yep, that's a window frame. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, it's got a
Yes.
window frame. Like mental note, report that back. And you completely miss the fact that like a couple of the cabins there are open.
Wonderful. Right, I'm going to move on to these ones down here, and just all these 4, I guess. And
So that is a lumber yard. So as you arrive there, it isn't locked up or anything. It literally just is. It's got lumber in there. Okie dokie.
God, I really thought I was going to get a nice, easy job with this.
More investigations.
I'm just going to do it on my Roll20 sheet. That might be easier. Bear with.
Yep. Hey.
E.
Okay. So, as you're approaching these these two cabins here, this one and this one. This one is locked up tight. You look, you kind of check the door, you look at the windows, you're like doing a full-on thorough check of this now, and it is absolutely locked down. It looks absolutely fine to you. The other one, it's another smallish cabin, and that does look locked up as well.
Okay, wonderful. Can I go to this one in the woods and do the same?
Yep, I will just take the same roll, save you having to do the same thing again.
Wonderful.
As you look at this cabin, obviously this is one that isn't particularly used because the entire, or you assume, because the entire top portion of this cabin has been burned out in a fire. So as you're looking at it, you kind of look up and it looks like the upper level has just been utterly destroyed. Everything is locked up here, as per everywhere. There's a couple of the windows in the upper floor that are open, but it looks like they've just been opened to let air in rather than it's not open enough for somebody to have crawled in there or anything like that. And that is your last one that you need to check. Yep, everything is locked up tight there as well. And that is your job completed, assuming that you are going back to the camp, to the cabin even.
Yes. Sorry, I don't know if you could hear me. Yes.
Okie dokie. Let's boop back over here. Okie dokie. So we have done checking all the buildings. Fixing the boat.
No time.
Let's go. So Jack, oh my god, I did not mean ping that. Ignore the ping. Ignore the ping. So Jack wanders over and he's like, right, so you're with me then. Have
You
you
know it.
got any carpentry skills?
I'm good at carving.
All right. Yeah, that seems fine. Let's go then. And he leads you to the docks.
On the walk there, just chatty. So, Jack, you're a strapping young lad. What are you, like 20 summers now?
24 actually.
24. So why do you want to spend your summers with a bunch of screaming little kids? You could be out
Ah.
seeing the world.
Well, I'm not much of an adventuring type, you know. I like to stay closest to home. This is like a day away from my home village, and my mum said that it would do me good to like chat to people and things.
Must be popular with the ladies in your home village.
I'm not sure about that, and he kind of blushes a little.
So where's this boat that you're going to be working on?
Oh, if you just follow me, I'll lead you there. He kind of heads off past these buildings and goes there. So yeah, I think someone that took it out on the lake maybe hit the dock a bit too hard or hit a stone or something. There's a hole in it, can you see? And he like shows you the lifts it up out the water with his big strong arms and kind of shows you where it's
Oh, you're so
damaged.
strong, Jack.
Thanks.
Looking at the hole, does it just look like it has just run into something and it's like a natural
Yeah, it looks
snapping
natural. It
hole?
looks like it's collision based or something like that.
Have you had to repair many of these boats? Or is this like the first one that's going on?
I mean, there's always some damage to them, normally scuffs and things. It's more painting usually than having to repair holes like this.
So how many boats have you had to repair since you've been here?
Since I've been here this year.
Oh, is this your first year at the camp, or do you do this
No,
frequently?
I've been coming for the past 4. Over the years, maybe repaired like this, 2. But painting and things, oh, we do that every year.
Okay. All right. So let's get started. But you've been here for 4 years. Has there always been a problem with bears, or
Ah, no.
because you know why we're here, right? I've been coming to protect you all from these. Apparently, there's been more bears attacked than normal, or is this normal? Do the people come other years?
Who said it was bears? Out of interest, just wondering.
Uh, Steve.
Ah, see, not all of us think it is a bear.
Oh, like what? I mean, obviously Steve has to tell us this because he wants us to do the job. But like, what do you think's going on?
I think there's something else going on. There's rumours of like an escaped maniac or something running through the woods, killing people.
And so, are you not scared? Like, does Alice and Brenda, do they like come up to you for like protection or like with your big strong arms?
Ah, not particularly. No, I mean, I obviously I'd defend them if they needed it, you know. But I'm not scared. I could take him. I reckon this maniac.
I know. I mean, you can fix boats. I mean, you can fixing boats is not hard to take down a guy. So you must have this easy.
Yeah, exactly. I think Alice just doesn't even think there's any problem, and Well, I don't know what Brenda thinks. I try not to talk to her. She's always rambling on about something to do with a blacksmith. I don't know.
And have you seen any of the bodies?
Uh, well, am I supposed to tell you this?
I mean, we are. While I'm helping you with this boat, I mean, we are here to try to help you from these bear attacks. But I mean, if it's something more, and she pulls out a dagger, goes, "If there's something more, I need to know what I'm like fighting. So the more you can tell me, the more I can help protect you guys. So I'm
Can you
gonna
roll
need your
me
help, a big strong
persuasion?
guy like you."
That's flattery.
Uh, Persuasion. Oh,
That doesn't sound good.
not a good stat for me.
That was performance.
You're right. It was the one below.
Wow.
I spat in his face as I said it by accident. I couldn't believe the lie that I was trying to play on this guy. I was like,
Oh, no.
Yeah, so
sorry about that.
he kind of stares at you, wiping the spit off the side of his face, and he's like,
Sorry, I get nervous
ah,
around guys like you.
no, ah, I, I don't think we're meant to talk about this. To be honest, let's just fix the boat.
All right, so how show us how you'd start on the boat then.
Uh, do you have carpenter's tools?
Trust me, these knives are sharper than anything you'd find here. He hands him
Well,
a dagger.
we basically need to kind of cut out the damaged part and then replace it.
So, get going.
So he kind of like reaches in, lifts this boat, turns it upside down in front of you. And he's like, right, I'll grab this end, you grab that, and pull. And he's basically trying to pull that plank out of the thing. So that will be a strength check, please.
Oh, also not good. Where is that?
Yeah, so you managed to kind of pull out this plank. He looks at you quite impressed because obviously he was like looking at you as if to go, yeah, I don't think she's going to be able to do this. So he looks at you quite impressed with it. And he's like, all right. And then gets a replacement part and like starts kind of like putting it in place. And he's like, yeah, we're done here. You can head back if you want. I'll just finish up. Needs painting. You don't want to stick
Um,
around for that, I'm sure.
Takes the dagger back off him. Um, but like, I know you can't tell me about it, but while I walk back, I just want to have I've heard some of the bodies washed up around the shore. Can you just point me in the direction? I want to have a look to see if I can see anything. Because we are here to try to help you guys, so the more I can know, the more I can help.
Well, one washed up kind of over here, and the other was on the other side of the lake.
And there was what it was just a couple of days ago, wasn't it? The last one.
He looks really uncomfortable. He's like, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for your help with the boat. Um, I'll have a bit of a wander around, but if there's any trouble, let us know and I'll come support you because I reckon you got this sorted.
All right.
She walks away rolling her eyes like idiot.
Okie dokie.
And that's how you get out of doing any work. So investigating where he showed, is there anything that stands out?
You can roll investigation.
Yeah. Getting better.
Yeah, so you can see, like, you can see where the ground has been disturbed a little bit, as if something's been kind of dragged up from the like shoreline. There's no blood or anything now; it would have been all washed away. But you can see like as if somebody has obviously found the body and started pulling it like up towards here, kind of thing.
So as long as well as those the drag marks, are there like footprints or of any kind of prints still? Because it's probably been a couple of days and stuff. But
No, nothing else. Well, there's like obviously there's like ground disturbed that I guess as you're looking you would know that various people have stepped there. So you could probably make the assumption that it was either Steve or whoever found the body coming, grabbing the body, dragging it up, um, and then possibly up here there'd be quite a few footprints as if people have been stood looking at it.
And then can I try to stealthily get somewhere so that then I can watch where Jack goes after he's finished with the boat?
Yeah, you
Spy
can.
what he's going to be doing.
Yep, roll stealth. So where are you going to try and stealthily go to?
See, so we said he was just down here.
Yeah, he's just here.
So what if I'm going to try to come in between whatever these two buildings are, and then sort of keep an eye and try to follow him, see where he goes.
Okay. So as you kind of stood there, you can kind of see him, and he's just like humming away to himself, like painting the boat. Stands up, kind of stretches out a little bit, and admires his handiwork for a little bit, and then starts heading back up here, up the hill, and back the way you came, basically. So he is heading back to the main camp.
Cool.
Boom. So then last, but by no means least, Marcy is going to go off on her own to do her thing. And you are going to be checking on all Mr. Coates. So as you come out, Ned gives you a wave. He's like, hello there. You alright, gorgeous?
Hello. Do you need some help checking on the groundskeeper?
Oh, fantastic. You're going to be accompanying me then, are you? Oh,
Looks that way.
Always nice to have a pretty face with me. Let's
Please,
head off.
Please don't make this any more unbearable than it already is. And Gideon just sort of follows off.
As you're kind of following along, he's trying his best to make any kind of small talk that he can. So he's like, so, travelled far, have you?
Yeah, few days to take the job. What can you tell me about the camp? Have you worked here long?
First year. I only arrived maybe a week ago.
Right, so have you seen any of the bodies?
What bodies?
You don't know about the bodies?
What bodies?
I mean, it's the whole reason why we're here. Have you not heard the rumors? It's ghosts, or it's a bear, or it's some sort of crazy person.
It's not real bodies. It's just they make stuff up. It's stuff to tell the kids.
Oh, like to scare them, like ghost stories.
Yeah, like round the campfire at night, right? That happens with every camp, right? Right?
Yeah, I guess so. I've never been to a camp myself.
Oh, all right.
But now that you say that, I mean that makes sense. Why would there be something attacking people? That's crazy.
Yeah, that seems really unsafe, to be honest. If there is.
Right. I mean, why would there even be a camp here if there was some sort of killer bear loose in the woods?
Yeah. I mean, I know there's bears. I have seen bears around, but no killers or anything.
Oh, so there are bears around here?
Oh yeah, they're always breaking into the tents and things. Nightmares.
Have you seen one?
Have I seen a bear?
Here. Have you seen a bear here? I didn't just mean, have you seen a bear at some point in your life?
Well, yeah, I've seen a couple skulking in the woods and stuff, but they don't really come up to the people very much. Anyway, let's go check on Wilbur. And he heads inside, and as you go inside, you see a kind of grumpy looking old man sat in the corner of the room. He's like, hello?
Gideon just like sort of nudges Ned with a shoulder. Like, you speak.
Alright. Mr. Coates, just came to make sure that you were alright. Everything was okay here? Everything alright? Yep, everything seems fine. And he like seems in a massive hurry to get out of the room, and he just like kind of walks straight past you.
He's a weird kid.
Yeah. Who are you then?
Oh, my name's Gideon. I'm here with. We've been hired to help out. Everything all right here? Do you need any help?
No, I don't need any help. Sit down. Sit down.
I really want to be like, can I insight check? But just
You
sort
can
of
insight
gingerly.
check if you want.
Just want to see if it like seems like there's anything suspicious about him, or just anything that seems like there's something unusual going on. No.
No. He's telling you to sit down. That's what you perceive from that.
Okay. I sit down. I said it's a nice cabin you've got here, but out of the way of the camp.
Well, I'm the groundskeeper, but it doesn't mean I have to live in the cabins with them. I prefer this fisherman's shack, to be honest. I can get some fishing in. I do love fishing. I like to relax and fish. Just in the lake. It's good. Do you like fishing? Have you been fishing?
I've never had the chance to.
Oh, you definitely should, because it's amazing and it's so relaxing. You can just sit there for hours in nature, just really enjoying yourself. And you get the benefit of a good meal at the end of it.
Always a bonus. I know somebody who would agree with that sentiment very much. So you spend a lot of time out on the lake?
Yeah, fishing. I love fishing. Oh, what hobbies do you have? Do you have any hobbies? Have you got hobbies? Tell me about yourself. Where did you come from? What are you? Why are you here?
Oh, you know, just like I said, helping out around the camp. We're from Daggerford. We've just been hired to help out for a few days.
You don't look much like a counsellor.
No, odd jobs, I guess.
All right then.
So, have you ever seen anything suspicious out on the lake? I've heard that some bodies have been found somewhere here.
Bodies. Well, there's always bodies.
There's always bodies.
Well, yeah. Always been that way. Since old Mr. Coates ever has been groundskeeper here, there's been bodies. That's nature, you know.
Right, of course. And you've been the groundskeeper here for a long time.
Oh, years and years. Since I was young, Mr. Coates.
Oh, very good, very good. And there's always been bodies of
Bodies of fish, bodies of bears, bodies of cats, bodies of everything.
okay.
That's nature, you know.
Yeah. Any bodies of people, humans?
His face kind of drops as you say that. He's like, I think I'm tired.
Oh, okay. Can I try and insight check him again?
Yeah.
Oh, it was so close to a 19.
He looks tired.
Okay, well, if there's nothing you want help with, I guess I'll just be on my way then.
All right then. Bye.
Make sure you come and ask for help if you need it. We're here for about a week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
As you leave, you can he rushes over to the door and shuts it behind you.
Well, he was a strange sort of person, Ned.
Ugh, he doesn't stop talking. He talks all the time. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll be right there. Can I just try and sort of have a look around the docks or
Yep.
sort of in the boat or anything, just if there's anything that looks sort of unusual or out of place.
Okie dokie. So, are you just having a general look around? Or are you wanting to investigate something in particular?
Is this like sort of fish that he's caught?
It is, yep.
Yeah. I'll just have a look around first of all because I don't want Ned to get suspicious.
Perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks pretty standard, what you would expect from a fisherman's shack. It's quite run down a little bit. You can tell that there's not really any maintenance that goes on here in terms of the camp don't really put any effort into giving it a fresh coat of paint or making sure that the door isn't drafty and things like that. Like they don't really care about any of that. So yeah, he is obviously a very successful fisherman by looking at the number of fish and things that he's caught, and he's got some kind of equipment. His rowboat is kind of kept by the side of the dock that is, falling apart in some places. And there is an old damaged rowboat just over here. But other than that, everything looks absolutely normal. Just what you would expect to see.
Okay, I will follow Ned and head back to the camp.
Okie dokie. Ooh. She should be there. Okay. So you all kind of arrive back at the main building where you are staying. Some of you more exhausted than others, I would guess. But Endo's been trudging a cart back and forth all day, whereas Tide just had a look at some window frames. And as you kind of get back, Alice kind of wanders over and is stood talking to Bill, kind of muttering under her breath, like, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, you're right. And then she turns and she's like, oh, Endo, do you want to go and get your friends?
Okay. So Endo will just immediately go outside and try and collect and police up all his friends. Everybody, the lady inside wants to talk to you. Obviously, he didn't whisper this. Although we all know somebody who does whisper and sounds exactly the same. Anyway.
Endo, you're a bit sweaty and smelly, man.
Endo been working hard.
It's not the work we're here for, fella.
Then he walks in and he just points to the girl and he's like, that girl wants to talk to you.
Oh, hello everyone. Just wanted to say thank you so much for all your effort today. We are going to be having dinner soon and we'd love for you to join us. It's a nice
please.
meal. We've made some ground mutton patties, some sausages, some bread.
Sounds delicious.
Sounds excellent.
And she makes her way over to the table where Bill has kind of put all the meat out and things on the table.
As Endo sits down, the bench just creaks really loud, and you just see Endo just freeze and face forward, like just waiting for some kind of impending, accident, and then he waits a few seconds, and you just see him, like, obviously he's not doing this for show, you just see him passively just go, huh, okay, and he nods and he's like, yep, this bench is good,
Nobody wants to risk sitting. Oh, there we go. I was like, nobody wants to risk sitting on the poor bench with Endo there. Like, can it take the
Aydre's
weight?
light.
Yeah.
Aydre's light.
So as you kind of sit down, there's, as I said, there's like basically burgers there. There's some roasted sausages, some salad and things. Alice is happily like handing plates out to everybody. She's like, "So, how did you all get on?"
Well, thank you. Got the that cabin tidied up nicely for you.
Anybody seen Brenda or Marcy?
Brenda was due to come back at the same time as me.
That's a bit weird.
Endo's just eating. He's not even looking at anybody.
Where did Brenda say she was going, Tide?
Well, she asked us to split up, so I went up north and she went down south. I just listened to the boss, dude.
I know you do. I know you too well. Right. So you've not actually seen her since you left. Since you left to go north, then, basically.
No. What buildings are on the south side?
Well, there's a few more cabins down there. I'm assuming that's what she was going to check. I am a little worried given the previous things that have happened. And she kind of is like glancing outside as it's got dark outside. And Bill's like, "Oh, it's fine. They'll just be goofing off somewhere, I'm sure."
Brenda usually goof off?
Like, Bill kind of shrugs and goes back to eating, and Alice is like, "No. I really think we should look for them."
And who was the other one? Macy.
Marcy, yeah, Marcy.
Marcy.
Who
And where was she
Marcy
going?
I think she was taking inventory of the camping gear at the work sheds. I don't know. I don't think anybody went with her though.
No, I was helping Bill. Gideon, you were with what's his name?
Ned.
Ned. Yeah. Tide was with Brenda. Endo was with you, I believe, Alice.
Yeah.
And Aydre, you were with what's his name?
I was showing Jack how to fix a boat.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe once we've finished up the meal, we could just have a quick look. I'm just a little bit worried given the bear attacks.
If you want help, I'll come with you.
That would be fantastic. Yes.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Tide's feeling really guilty about slacking off at this point, I think.
Endo volunteered to help save people.
Okay. All right. Well, let's finish up our meal and then we can all head out and try and find them. I'm sure they're absolutely fine. Like Bill says, they'll just be, maybe they needed a nap or something. Or I'm sure everything's okay.
They're fooling around in the woods.
Who's the? Is it their first time here, or is it? Are they repeat attendees?
Oh, they've both been here before, so I don't think they're lost or anything. But sometimes you
kind of,
can get a bit turned around in the woods, I guess.
Tide,
yeah.
was there any strange places that you found when you were with the person that's gone missing?
Yeah, there's. There's this cavern that apparently no one's allowed to go into, in a burned-out building. But other than that, everything was locked.
Endo can get past locks. It's okay.
No, Endo, Endo. If we're getting past locks, we're doing it the safe way, okay?
Oh, we're doing it the stealthy ranger way. Okay.
No. We're doing it the safe way, which means that we use keys and things. We don't go knocking doors off hinges, for example.
Oh. It's quickest way.
Yes, it is. But it would also be the slowest way.
Endo confused.
I'll explain to you on the walkway.
Okay, Duremir.
So Alice is kind of still eating her meal. She's just kind of picking at it more than like you can tell that she keeps kind of looking outside, seeing how dark it's got. Um, you can tell that she is quite worried. And as she finishes finishes pretending to eat and like pushes the plate away, she's looking expectantly at you all to like finish your meals as well.
I'll have finished about the same time as her, but my plate's pretty much like lit clean.
Hmm.
Those are some nice burgers.
Oh, thanks. I cooked them myself. And Bill kind of grins as he tucks into his burger still.
So
Endo.
Alice,
Endo's had
where's
3 or 4 plates.
Can you write down the recipe, Bill? Because Endo here loves to cook.
Oh, it's a secret recipe, but maybe. Let's see how much help you are over the next couple of days, and then maybe I'll give you it. And he gives you another grin.
Ah, I've got you, mate. Got you. Okay. I'm gonna stand up and go. So, do you want me to take my plate over here, or
Oh,
we all heading out?
if you want, or you can just leave it there and we'll tidy up after. I'm just
well,
wondering.
not with bears around. We don't want to leave smelly food plates out.
Well,
It'll attract more
yeah,
bears.
of course.
Aydre has a point. As I walk over to the sink and just pop it on the sink side,
Wilderness
and then
Survival 101, especially the camp.
This is true.
Right. Well, okay. I suggest that we maybe split into 2 groups. Search the north and the south. Because otherwise it's going to take all night at this rate.
this might sound daft, but can you see well at night time?
With a torch, yeah.
Ah, right, okay, fair enough. Just curious.
Endo can take south. You guys can take north.
No, Endo, nobody here is a hero, okay? We're a team.
Endo
Don't
no
forget.
hero. Endo just trying to help.
I'll go south with you, dude. Better have 2 pairs of eyes than one.
Endo's going to need a torch.
Endo,
Yeah.
There's
Endo
always
got
one.
torch. Endo got torch.
Right, so I'm going to pop you on this map here. And if you basically organise yourselves, so those that are going north, pop your tokens up here. Those that are going south, pop your tokens there. And then we are going to break for 5 minutes.
Cool.
All right, so strategically, Endo is tank, so maybe with 2 ranged attackers.
We need
Yeah.
at least a ranged up north though. At least one, if not more.
I mean, I was also thinking I've got heal and Jeremir's got heal. I don't know if anybody else has if we need it.
Shout a healer in each group.
I haven't
Yeah.
got any healing spells. I've just got offensive ones.
I just don't get hurt.
Oh,
Endo tends
Ooh.
to take on quite a lot, so he can take the damage. He's good.
I dish it. Don't take it. Yeah, healer in each squad. There's 5 of us, isn't there?
Yeah.
yes.
So who are our healers?
Myself and Tide.
Tide.
Yeah, I ain't a tank.
Yeah, Tide is going to need some, definitely some backup there.
I'll go with Tide if you like, and Gideon, do you want to go with Endo and?
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm happy to go with either group. So if anyone's got any strong opinions,
Whichever group may need you the most. I think that's probably the best option.
well, I've got decent firepower, but I will not survive being hit. So
Well, based
Probably
on
better off with Endo and I then in that case, because Endo can take the hits while we deal it. While we
do
deal
a
it from
considerable amount of damage, yeah.
range.
Tide and I can ninja our way around the place.
Yes.
Up into the treetops, pussy.
I've never
Okey-dokey.
heard it been that before. That's awesome.
Okie dokie. So on that note, we will take a 5-10 minute break, just to grab drinks and whatever else you are wanting to do, and we will be back. Kind of, what time is it now? About 20 past. Does that sound okay?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Perfect.
All right
Okay.
then.
Time to pee.
See you soon.
Okie dokie. So, you have decided to split as such. So, Tide and Aydre are going with Bill to search the north area of the camp. And Gideon, it's done it again. You don't have a thing on your... You don't have your nameplate. Why?
Me?
Yeah.
I just changed it to Endo.
No, it's not that. It's the one underneath your token.
I can see it. It says Endo.
It doesn't. I just put it there.
Yeah, so what are you complaining about?
Oh.
I think it's because I moved the token over, and each time I've moved my token from the right over onto the map, it's not. Maybe I've not moved it correctly.
No, it's probably. I've not set
It's
up
me.
the
It's probably
token.
my fault.
Anyway, so Gideon, Endo, Duremir, and Alice have gone the other way. So we'll go with the Endo group first. So which way are you going to look for him? For her, the missing counselors. You can go
Brenda?
this way or this
Yeah.
way.
What do you reckon, Alice? The outside or the inside? The lake side.
I think if we cut along by the lake, then we can double back on ourselves and go the outside way on the way back.
Yeah, sounds good. You want me to lead? I'm quite perceptive.
I will stay in the back, way in the back.
It's okay, Gideon. You stay behind Endo. Endo protect you.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that I could actually take the hide action behind Endo, like given how big Gideon is.
Endo is actually classed as a one size larger, so you can.
That's for carrying and.
No, I'm on about if you go onto the hide specifics, it asks if a person is classed as larger, and I am classed as chunk.
Okie dokie. So you are heading off that way. So yeah, if you just move yourselves along. What is your passive perception, Jeremy?
14,
Okie dokie.
but I'll happily roll a normal if you want it.
You can roll a normal now, yeah, if you want.
Can everyone or just Duremir?
Just the person that I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna take my last
Inspiration
point.
All right.
And I'm glad.
Good job.
I'm glad I took my last inspiration point.
Y'all like them cooking utensils now, don't you?
Okie dokie. As you are kind of making your way along the path that is along the side of the lake, you start to see what looks like a glow, like a luminescent glow, kind of on top of the water. Oh, that is always one of my favourite things when I'm DMing, is when I just when something appears on the map and I just start seeing arrows appearing from every person, like just seeing how far away that is.
Hands a bugger for it as soon as you mention anything. Hands just there with the measurement.
That's what happens when you play a ranged character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You see I love the smiley face, by the way. A luminescent glow, kind of on the water, and it starts slowly, moving towards the party until it is literally right in front of you. As it gets closer, you can make more and more out of it, and it appears to be a ghost of a camper.
Hello, friend. And who are you?
You are warned. You are doomed.
What?
And tonight nothing will save you. This land is cursed. Even
Cursed?
now, a killer, only known as the Slasher, stalks these campgrounds, killing any living
Duremir, tell her to
creature.
stop.
Right. And I take it from this message, you've met the Slasher in person.
Unless you find a way to stop the Slasher, it will kill you all.
Tell me, is this Slasher actually a person?
It's kind of like the ghost is just staring at you with like hollow eyes. It looks sad.
Okay. Right. I just go.
Reaches for Gideon's hand to hold her hand, like Trump did with the Pope. And he's just like he's scared and nervous, and he's just like, ooh.
Don't worry. I've yet to meet anyone who doesn't like this sort of sharp objects being lodged in their heads. So yeah, Slasher, he'll be going down.
The ghost kind of like moves around Duremir and moves towards Endo. And
Go away!
like tries to lean in. Goes, find the book. The book will give you the information you need.
Endo, don't
Oh.
read. Go away.
Check the
What
tents.
book?
Check the tents. And
Okay.
it begins to kind of fade back into the water and disappears.
I don't like it here. I want to go home with to Talaskar.
Endo, the ghost is gone.
No one said there would be ghosts.
No
Well-
one did. You're right, but it's gone now, and it won't be bothering us again.
It didn't seem to want to fight us, at least.
I'm glad about that.
But
I wouldn't
that's
want to hurt you.
naughty.
Alice,
Yeah?
any chance those tents can be checked between like you and I at some point?
She's looking absolutely terrified.
I'm guessing you heard of the book, right?
I don't know what they're talking about.
I'm gonna come over and try and help calm her down. Be like, look, the ghost is gone. Let's carry on looking around for Brenda, and who knows, we might even meet the others as we come to the other end of the lake.
What do you think we should do, Gideon?
I think we should keep moving. We should look for Brenda. And Alice, you should tell us where the tents are so we can see if we can find a book.
I mean, I don't know. There's tents everywhere. There's tents outside each cabin. It could be any of them.
That's a good place to start. So we'll have a look for those tents as we walk around. You know, 2 birds, 1 stone.
All right.
What did I? Oh man, I need to try and. How would I calm her down?
I mean, at this point, like, just obviously, Endo is stood there and he's looking like a little panicked child. So he's got his hands up, like he's twiddling his fingers together, like as like, and he's just looking around left and right, and his eyes are just dashing over to any shadow he sees. He's petrified. He's very nervous.
Endo, dude. Look, you're bigger than anything we're gonna meet. You've got this in the bag long before we even, meet this so-called slasher.
But Duremir, you don't understand. I can't grab a ghost.
We're not going to be grabbing ghosts.
Yeah, the ghost clearly didn't want to fight. It wanted to give us helpful information. So it's not going to come back, Endo. It's all right. It's gone.
Okay, if you two think it's gonna be okay.
It's
The
going to be
person
fine.
we're after is a much more physical being, I believe.
Okay.
And
So saying that, Endo's started to calm down now, because you both are, like, reassuring him, so he's a little bit less panicked.
yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to be following us, Alice?
Yeah, I'm not going to stay here alone.
And
come
we'll
on,
keep you company. Don't fret.
We'll keep you safe.
Okay. And we are just going to flash over to Tide and Aydre and
Oh god, that's a
Bill.
coffee.
Where are you guys heading?
So Tide, I think we should go along the lake. That way, if there's any commotion at the others, if they start fighting, we'll see firebolts and we'll hear commotion. Which is behind the trees, it'll be harder to hear.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. I think it's probably worth mentioning though. There's this weird-looking cavern just to the west of us, and a burned-down house as well. But we can check that out after.
Interesting. Yeah, let's see if we can rendezvous out with the others first before we head into a cavern.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Alrighty, wrong button.
Yep, so as you kind of make your way along, you're passing through the dock area where you were helping fix the boat.
Yeah.
It's obviously, there's no one there now. Keep moving. So you come across a group of small cabins. Let me just find the information about them. So they are all, well, so the far one is locked up tight and looks actually quite well maintained. The one in the middle, the front door is open. And it looks as if this is possibly one of the cabins that Steve was telling you about, where he was saying that there are vagrants sometimes that stay in there. You can see that there's like food like left around, and it looks as if somebody's been shooed out of there quite recently. And the cabin closest to you is also locked up tight.
I thought you said you checked all the doors.
These ones were Brenda's patch. Mine were north of her.
Can you roll me perception, please, Aydre? Ooh.
Go night vision. Oh.
Oh no!
As you're walking, you can see kind of in the distance that there is a body laying just in the tree line.
Has
Just off the
Bill
path.
stayed coming with us, or
Oh,
did
yes,
he
he is.
deliberately
Sorry.
ditch us? Okay.
No, he is on the way.
Hey,
He's
isn't
kind of
that,
distracted a little bit by this cabin that is like looking in, like, oh, what a mess! Look at this mess.
Hey, Tide, wasn't that the lady you were with?
Yeah, shit, that's Brenda. Is
So,
she like full dead?
she is full dead. Yeah, she's.
Oh dear.
Is she
Examining
full dead?
examining the body, how does it look like she's died? Was like mauled by a bear?
Can you roll investigation for me, please? Yeah, that's definitely a quote. Is she full dead? Is she like full dead? So Aydre, when you look at it, you can see that she is full dead, and that it looks as if she has some. It looks like kind of like her chest has been like flattened somehow, from what you can tell looking at it. Tide, I will let you look as well if you want.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I do? When you say flattened, as if by do I get the impression it's from an animal or from something magical, or do I not know that till I roll?
If you roll, then you can find out.
Yeah, I'll do investigation as well.
Okay. So as you look at it, it looks as if she's been crushed, as if something has grabbed her and literally squeezed the life out of her. And as you kind of like examine the body a little bit more, you are almost startled to see the look on her face. It's not been a peaceful death. Her face is twisted and contorted in absolute fear.
Shit.
Bill, you might not want to come over here.
Why? What's wrong?
Well, we found Brenda,
Oh, all right.
and she's not doing so well.
Is she hurt? And he's like trying to push past you.
Oh, she's not well.
She's gone. She's gone.
Gone? I thought you said you found her.
She's dead.
Man, I'm trying to save you. She's dead.
Oh, I love Andrew. She's dead, okay? He kind of looks in shock and then still pushes past you to like get to her. He's not in the lake, he's just kind of stood on the edge. And drops to his knees and begins like not sobbing uncontrollably, but he's obviously very upset.
So how long ago was it that you were checking these houses?
Lynn, 4 or 5 hours ago, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 hours ago. Can't have been long.
Am I able to tell how recently? Like feeling the body? Does the body still feel warm? Is it a recent death? Is she starting to rigor mortis stiffen up a bit?
Would you like to roll another investigation? Because if I go based on the one that you've got,
I'll try not. The first one was just looking. Now I'm getting down and getting
Yep.
hands on.
Can I give the help action?
yes,
So that's with advantage, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Investigation. Need it.
Yeah. So, as you're kind of looking, you would guess that she's probably been killed not long after leaving Tide. So, probably about maybe 4.5 hours ago.
Yeah. So yeah, so she's been here a while, guys. So whoever it was, it could easily be anywhere else by now. I'm probably not going to still be around here. Otherwise, they would have already taken her.
Doesn't look like bears.
Does not look like bears.
Bill is kind of like still on his knees, just shaking his head.
Bill, what would you like us to do with the body?
Perhaps take it back to the main cabin for now, so we can get it sent back home for her.
Do we want to get it back not seen by anyone else, or are you going to be telling everybody else what's happened?
Good point. Maybe we store it in one of these smaller cabins for now.
Okay. Do you have the keys for any of the other cabins?
Yes, yes. And he kind of goes to the first one, opens it up.
Right, then we'll leave the body into the.
Oh,
Then-
not into the lake.
That's where I was gonna put it.
Savage. Let me move him. There we go. Yep. So she is now in there, and he closes the door and locks it again so that nobody else
locks it,
can
yeah.
get in.
Hey, dude, could we borrow those just in case we need to get in anywhere to find whatever did this to Brenda?
He kind of looks quite hesitant, but then glances at the door, like that he's just locked, sighs, and hands you the keys.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm sorry.
Unless you need me with you, I'm going to head back to the main cabin.
Well, I don't know if it's the best idea for you to travel by yourself now. No offense. I mean, you look like a strong guy, but I mean, there's clearly something going on here. So why don't you keep coming with us around the edge first?
All right, if that's what you think.
I think it's best.
Can I check around here for traps? Not traps. Tracks with the CK. Tracks or anything?
Yeah, you can roll perception if you want.
I would love to.
So you obviously you can tell that she was killed where she was, if that makes sense. So she wasn't like her body hadn't been moved. She was literally killed there, and that was it. You can see there was there's like scuffle marks almost, where she's obviously tried to fight whatever it was, and then tracks going off kind of north, like up here. You can't identify what the tracks are. You can just see that something quite large has headed off, like through the woods up towards the north.
Yeah, I think I point them out to Aydre and just say, for one, we're with the group. Maybe we need to head north.
Agreed. Should we continue looping around the lake to see if we can meet up with the others?
Yeah, I think it's a solid dude.
Jim, stay close. Oh, what's his name?
Bill.
Bill, stay close.
He kind of just nods. Okie dokie. So at the crossroads, we will flip back over to the other group. Oh, you. So you're just making your way around, I assume.
Yeah. I'll be keeping an eye out for any suspicious tracks or anything that I'll see as we walk around.
Okay, you can roll perception for me.
Would love to. Yeah. I'm in a wood.
Yep, on a road. On what looks like, well, not a road, but a pathway. You're definitely on a pathway. There's some water to one side of you, some trees to the other.
Could I roll based on the fact that I've been trying to copy everybody, but I've noticed that Duremir is like alerted by just trying to look around? Can I roll similarly?
Okay.
Because obviously I want to try and help Duremir because he saved my life.
You're on a path.
Okay.
It's a dirt path. There's grass
And I know
on
that
either
it's the
side.
greenwood.
Yeah. And there's
Duremir
trees on
didn't know
one
that.
side and water that appears to be a lake on the other.
These are green trees, Duremir.
They are, yeah. They usually are, you know.
Can I roll? I don't know that I want to.
Everybody's rolling. Everybody's rolling. Yes, go on then.
If in doubt,
No.
roll perception.
You also have spotted that the trees are green.
This is where we all go to the NPC. Alice,
No.
have you
Hello.
seen anything?
We don't want to be shown up by the NPC in this session.
Oh God, where's his mark when you need him?
So I'm assuming you are going to make your way around. So, and then head up here. Yes.
As
Yeah.
long as
Okay.
nothing
So
tries
this
to numb
is
us, then-
as Gideon kind of heads towards this, you would recognise this as the fisherman shack,
Okay.
where you spoke to the older gentleman, and as you kind of are just passing it, you can make out Aydre just coming to the edge of the.
Oh, hey guys.
Hello.
How was your walk around the lake?
Just gesturing with my hands is like the knife across throat kind of gesture, like no good.
Right. That good.
I got scared
Yeah.
by a scary ghost, and it said we're all gonna die. Aydre, can you protect me?
Looking at the other two. Ghost?
Yeah. There was a ghost. It came to give us a warning that there's something called the Slasher. Looked to be one of the previous camp council. Let's say councillors. You know, one of the previous camp occupants. On a better phrase.
It told me to find a book, but you know I can't read that good. It said it was
Yeah.
intense.
It said to search the tents. It didn't say which tents in particular, but some tents to find the book, which apparently has everything we need to know.
And it said, beware the slasher.
Yeah.
Interesting, because, well, we found someone who maybe met their cousin, the Crusher.
Oh,
no.
that's not good.
So we may have more than one problem here.
The slasher and the crusher? No.
Aydre, can we go home now?
Soon, Endo.
Okay.
I just look at Endo. We just started the job.
Who has passive perception of over 12?
Me.
Yeah.
Duremir does.
Tide.
Aydre.
Mine is
Endo.
12.
Okay. You all notice, kind of as. Where the hell has it gone? I've lost it.
Gotta love them GM layers, aren't you?
It's not necessarily the GM layer. I've just lost something. There we go. As Endo is kind of like, can we go home? You kind of like, even though obviously you're not going to do that, you all like look around and you can kind of make out on the edges, basically what would be the edges of the map, there is a dense fog that has kind of covered any pathway outside of the camp. Don't panic, those of you that are in Curse of Strahd.
I mean, it's with pretty folks, you know?
Well, I know there's a lake here, but is fog a routine phenomenon around this camp?
No, I've never seen a fog like this before.
Right.
Okay, so there's something going on here, guys. I think Bill and Alice, we should probably drop you guys back at the cabin, and maybe you should lock yourselves in with everybody else while we have a bit of a scout around.
Endo can stay with them and protect them.
Endo. While I appreciate the offer you doing in helping them, we're gonna need you up here, mate.
But what if there's more ghosts, Duremir?
Ghosts won't hurt you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You can't touch
Okay.
them, they can't touch you, dude. It's logic.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know these things.
Okay, Tide. And so, like, because Tide said it, it's no insult to Duremir, but, like, the way Tide just said it so calmly and chilled, like, Endo's just like, oh, right, yeah, okay, it's fine. Endo's fine now.
And for the reference, Tide fully believes this to be true.
But he's like, okay.
Huh. You take Tide's word over mine, Endo. I see how it is.
No, you're all my friends.
I know, mate. I'm just messing with you. Right. So aside from what you found earlier, anything else interesting noticed around the lakeside?
Let's drop these guys back and then we'll talk more.
Okay.
Okay.
To drop them
Audrey
back.
calls it the perimeter.
Can I? This is really bad. Can I run over to the fog and touch it?
No, Tide.
Love the
Tide.
chaos. Gotta love the
Love
chaos.
the drugs. Gotta love the drugs.
Why must you do this to us?
It's the drugs.
Let's go to it is,
You
guys.
can run over and touch it. Yes. Are you touching it or are you stepping into it?
I'm just touching it. Just put my paw out.
You touching it or are you fondling it? Huh?
Okay. Yeah.
Just
so
like
you...
Is it like? Does it feel like fog?
Roll me a
Oh,
perception.
So she comes back and says, no, it feels like cheese.
Seems like fog to you.
Interesting.
Endo did not do that when he went invisibles. I don't know where that came from.
I look at Tide.
Can I help? Yeah, I'm gonna come back. Yeah, I think it's fog, guys. It might just be a coincidence.
Well, there's a body of water there, but I mean, fog's not normally that thick. I want to say.
Could I like have a look at it and see if I thought it was magical?
Yes, you can go over to it and roll an arcana. Again, I assume you're not walking into it.
No.
Feel
Looking
free.
at it
If
from
you want
from
to
a
walk
safe
into it,
distance.
guys, you can walk into it.
You can tell who this drive face is.
Oh my god, I'm rolling so
It's
bad.
fog.
Yeah, same.
Get off the plug, you moron. It'll kill you.
It looks like fog.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all you can tell.
Are we done trying to find out what this fog is?
Endo's not touching it, Duremir. I think we should go.
Those words are well said. Let's go.
Back to the cabin.
Okay, so is this cabin here is the main one? So basically back the way you guys came. Oh.
Gideon, stay in eyesight.
Information!
And you stick with the reins.
Oh. I'm so surprised you guys haven't done what you usually do, or what my Strad group do. Move us as a group!
Move us together.
Move us as a group! We are in a group!
You love the chaos, though, Lynn.
Yep, so you make your way back to... Oh, hang on. Just need to do this, and then...
Very
Ba-doom.
safe.
Lock the doors.
Very happy. Oh, shit.
Need... Oh, so many layers.
Like an onion.
Layers!
Exactly like an onion.
I'm an ogre.
No,
You're
Endo.
certainly not
You're a
Scottish.
sumo. You're not an ogre. You're a sumo.
Wait, what level is everybody?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, good.
Okay.
With my absent-mindedness, I thought, shit, have we leveled up? I forgot.
I wish.
Alrighty. You guys lock the doors. We'll let you know when we're back. Let anybody in.
Okay.
Except for you, Endo. You come back.
Endo joking.
And he's back if you're in there. Be the big man that you want to be. Come on.
Are we moving in formation?
Where are you going to?
With the group? Whoa, how did I end up there?
Well, we found Brenda. She's crushed.
Right.
Something big wrapped around her, crushed her, which is why I was like, slashes doesn't seem to fit here. But it was just near the cabins where we walked back past then. Tide, what did you see when we were there, Tide? Some tracks heading through the woods then to the north.
Yeah, heading north. Let me check the map actually.
My dynamic lighting's gone a bit skew-if,
Why?
because I'm supposed to have a torch and it's not. Like,
Your torch doesn't stay illuminated for all of eternity.
okay, well, I've got another torch that's re-illuminated for all of eternity.
Well, it's not all of eternity. You will run out.
But when it runs out, then. Thank you. Thank you very much, Lynn. I appreciate that. Otherwise, Endo blind.
Endo, honestly, mate.
Should have done a dwarf sumo.
Oh, we're here. Should we look at those tents?
Look at the what?
Okay.
Because didn't you guys say something that the...
Yeah, but I don't think it's these tents. I'm not sure which tents, but some
yeah.
tents
Is it some
apparently
tent?
have a book inside them.
Let's start with these two. Who wants to check?
Yeah, I'll take one. You take the other?
I'm not the best looker.
Endo will stick his head inside and have a look.
You can ask, what, Jack? I say that as I dip my head inside and have a look around.
Okay, perceptions. Endo, which one are you looking at? That one?
Yep.
Okay. Duremir, if you want to roll as well, before I tell you.
I'm hoping double figures is good.
Okay, so Duremir, you find what looks like a pretty empty tent. There is like a bedroll laid out there. Endo, you kind of pop your head in and something catches your eye in there, and you find a book.
Just bring it out and go, Audrey, I found a book. Can you read it, please?
Wait. You found a book?
Uh-huh.
I found nothing. So, bedrolls and stuff like that.
See, this is why we needed you with us, Endo. We wouldn't have found anything.
Endo just smiles with pride.
Can we all have a look at the book?
Yeah, so you don't need to roll anything initially. The book that Endo is holding out is a very thick book, and it is titled Air, Earth, Fire and Water, a Survey of Elementals.
Huh. Interesting title.
Sounds like something that one of my monk masters might read.
Now, where did this ghost that you found, where did it come from?
The lake.
The middle of the lake, Audrey. It was scary. It just illuminated and popped out and then came straight towards Endo.
Well, came towards me first and then to you.
And scared me.
opening the book and having a bit of a look, does it look like sections more like bookmarked or
Can you roll investigation
used?
for me?
Certainly can. Fail at that.
You want to help with that there, Aydre?
Plata, Verano, necktie.
So, looking at the book, as you kind of open it up, there's various notes that have been added to the side margins of it that are just basically like highlighting, like you do when you're going through a textbook. You know, you highlight important parts and just reference this in blah 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 blah. You also notice that several of the pages of an entire section have been removed.
Has the book been indexed, and therefore we can tell roughly what section it's come from, if it's come from like the earth, air, fire, or water?
Looking at it with that investigation, no.
You want me to have a look through that book, Aydre?
Go for it. It's not telling me anything.
Right. Were you really looking, or were you just,
Oh,
pretending to look?
it's not funny. Can't stab a book.
The pages that are missing, looking at the index basically, would be to do with elemental servants.
Oh, right. Looks like elemental servants is a bit that's missing. Huh.
Like a cleaner.
No. I think they're like smaller elementals, want a better phrase. I could be wrong-headed though, Gideon.
Do we know whose tent that was?
Good question, Tide.
Do you know what, sorry?
Whose tent that was? Who was stopping in the tent?
You do not know that.
I think Tide.
I asked Steve about these tents earlier, but he said there's nothing special in them. Maybe Steve knows.
Aydre! Aydre!
Aydre, come back.
Quick question. Tent's outside. Do
Aydre.
you know who's been there?
The tents outside, no one stays in there.
How long have they been there?
Since we got back to camp.
And has anyone been cleaning them or maintaining that area?
I haven't been in them myself. And he looks at Alice and she just shakes her head.
Oh, thanks. At the door.
Did you really have you over there and ask them about the tents?
Yes.
Did you find anything out about the tents?
I did. No one stays in them. And they've been there a long time.
When we
The same thing Steve told us then this morning.
well, hang on, because Steve told us that vagrants stayed in the tents. Maybe if this is the main cabin and he hangs around here, maybe he was just trying to deflect attention from himself.
Say vagrants.
Well,
Bill was saying vagrants were staying in the cabins by the lake as well. Which is where we found Brenda.
maybe, and as Steve's not here, handily, for like 6 days.
I don't want to go off piece, guys, but is there not another missing person?
Yeah, there is.
Just a quick question,
Marcy?
guys. Does anybody have a passive perception of 18 or more?
No.
No.
I need it.
You are are surprised.
We are surprised indeed.
In it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I am
Continuing
definitely.
with my exceptional rolls for the evening.
I am
That's why I was
definitely.
getting all of my bad ones out of the way all night. Now it's going to be amazing.
I'm definitely getting alert for Endo.
I'm getting observant as my feat when I finally get a feat.
Just alert. Nothing can take
Nice.
me by surprise.
Because yeah,
Oh, come on, Endo. That's not what you needed.
Oh no, wait, that's not mine. Shit. I was looking at the bottom one of initiative underneath Duremir, and it's like, no! Can I use one of my inspiration points?
To re-roll your initiative.
Yes.
Yes, if you want to.
I'm using it. I'm using it!
Who am I missing?
Hands
Roz
just
just
locked
did.
out.
Okay, I'm using my other inspirational point.
What?
My internet went off and I came back and we're rolling initiative.
Yeah, you are.
You've jinxed us, Hannah! You've jinxed us!
Surprise!
Oh, shitting fucking
Well, that was a
bollocks.
nice waste of inspiration there.
Oh, I don't give a crap. That's terrible. That is just horrendous. I'll take 11. Thank you.
Okie dokie.
Endo's so depressed right now. Oh, look at
So
me. I'm
as you
Aydre. I've
are
got 22.
surprised, it gets a first attack. As this 7-foot tall humanoid wearing this mouldy clothing, heavy boots, and a cracked blue mask steps onto the path and makes its way over to Aydre and attempts to chop at her with its machete. That is 20 hit.
Pretty resoundingly, yes.
Yeah. Okay, okay.
Okay,
For
even though
6
he's
slashing damage.
6 slashing damage. Boom. Alright.
Okay, that's it. It's now Aydre's go.
Well, she did not like that one bit. Why did you have to be so close? Alright. She is going to... So she hasn't drawn any weapons yet. She draw one and attack with that.
You can draw your weapons, yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so she's going to slash back at this thing with her short sword and a hand axe.
Okie dokie.
That's the plan.
That is a hit, yep.
And there's a 12 hit.
A 12 does not hit. As you hit it with your short sword, you do make contact, but it feels like the sword isn't doing as much damage as you think it should.
Okay.
And this creature, it pays no attention. It's as if you barely touched it. Is that everything?
For now, yeah, I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Duremir.
I am going to walk around the side of this creature while it's still focusing on Aydre and attack it with 2 daggers.
Yep.
One being one of the more recent acquisitions I made.
Oh, yeah, so one's your +1.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So guessing that hits.
That definitely hits, yep. Okie dokie.
And second one,
That's a hit.
and I need to do a fatal throw for this as well, because no, I'll do sneak for this. For sneak on the first attack. So that's another. Oh,
Yep, so that's one. Yeah,
the sneak
so
damage.
the
Yeah, hold on.
first dagger, as you kind of stab
Yeah.
into it with the first dagger, it feels normal. It feels like you would expect your dagger to feel as it like breaks the skin. The other one, it doesn't seem to just have as much like oomph behind it when you hit, and you get the impression that didn't do as much damage.
Uh-huh.
Is that everything?
That is, yeah. I shall end my turn.
Okie dokie. I just need to check something. I'm assuming other than Endo actually, how far away is Endo? 5, 10, 15, 20. Endo is not within 20 feet. Can everybody else please make wisdom saving throws?
Yay!
Oh no.
Oh, why?
I'm guessing
Oh,
it didn't go
Gideon.
well.
It did not.
Nat 1.
Oh lordy. Okay, so everybody else is absolutely fine. But Gideon, as you kind of look at this creature, you just almost can't believe your eyes. That just this wave of fear comes over you, and you are now frightened. Which basically means you can repeat it at the end of your next. Like, so at the end of every turn, you can try and do the save and throw again to break out of being frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and it cannot move willingly closer to the source of the fear.
Okay.
Everybody
I
else,
mean, I'm
though,
pretty sure
wasn't
she don't
bothered.
want to move any closer to it.
Yeah, she was planning on running away anyway.
Yeah.
And
This is where Endo tries to like just crouch and go invisible, and just like scurry away back to Talaskar and be like, "They all died."
it's gonna just swing again at Duremir because he hurt it quite badly with that. Well, not quite badly, but he hurt it properly with the dagger. 23 hit.
Yeah, I'll be feeling that one in the morning.
Okay.
Yes, put that in quotes if you want.
That is 15 slashing damage.
How much?
15.
Fucking hell!
Ow, did he just trickle hit me or something?
No.
No. Oh god.
Gideon.
So
So I am going to just like and like throw a fire bolt at it.
There's a fireball.
No, I haven't got that yet. That's
I
third
was
level.
like, oh my god.
yeah,
Okay.
that's a Derek maneuver.
So roll to hit at disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh fucking dear.
At least it's only a 10.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
That's fine.
I
And
guess because
then
you're scared, you're kind of like you're just kind of flailing, and you throw this spell, and it kind of just whizzes straight past it.
Phoebe, get your head in the game.
And then I'm just gonna go and like run over there.
Okie dokie.
And then do I try and make a wisdom save again?
Yep, you can do.
Come on, first good roll. Oh, for God's sake.
No, you're still scared.
Okay, I'll just say that I moved there and I'm just like cowering against round the corner.
Okay. Endo.
Okay, immediately seeing everybody in danger, Endo just charges straight up to the creature and just tries to grab it.
Okay. You don't succeed.
And then he basically uses the power of his bonus action. He spends a key point. And he flurry of blows.
Is that only if you've hit, or is that at any point?
I think that's only if you've hit
Yeah, I
in
think
your turn.
after
Oh,
you've
well,
taken an
so-
attack action on your turn. So yeah.
If you take an attack action or if you hit on the attack action?
If you take an attack action.
Because he took it, he just...
He
No,
took a
just-
grapple action.
I took a grapple, not
Oh,
an
he
attack.
took
Not
the
an
grapple
attack,
action. Oh,
yeah.
no, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So you can't flurry of blows.
and I also can't unarmed strike either.
You can. It's a bonus action.
No, I can't. It says when you use the attack action with an unarmed strike. So it won't let me have the bonus unarmed strike bonus action because I grappled. It's the same as the
Yeah.
flurry of blows.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
It's basically this is why, if you remember when we were going through what's coming up for your character, this is why we built it the way that we did, so that this situation doesn't occur for all eternity.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
just
you can't
it's
do
just
both.
all of eternity hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have other options. I'm just going through them.
Should give us scimitar. Sorry, let's come off out there.
Okay, I'd like to do, if I'm able, implacable stance.
Okay.
Oh no, I can't do that.
Oh.
No, that's if I move 5 feet or less. So nope, that one's out the window. Endo, you're killing me. There we are. There we are. I have found something that is potentially useful.
That would.
As
He's better with unarmed anyway, with him being a monk.
Yeah.
And a sumo. It's how we built him.
Patient defense. So I can spend 1 key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action. So can I use that? So basically, if he tries to attack me, I can use the dodge action?
Yes.
Okay, well, I will do that then. So, patient defense.
Okay.
And that is 1 key point. And that is my action.
Okie dokie.
Oh, that's my turn, sorry.
Tide.
I think I just shout at this thing and say, "You're a weird-looking frickin' bear," and cast vicious mockery.
Okay.
love you.
Is that yeah, save. Okay. What is my wisdom modifier? Yeah, I failed that. So
And
I get
you subtract
No.
1 disadvantage on the next attack roll you
Yeah.
make before the end of your next turn.
Yep.
And then can I look at Duremir and just say, that head injury looks good on you, dude, and give him bardic inspiration?
Sure.
Great. I've put some extras for bardic. I'll put it in the group.
I look over to Tide, like, head injuries aren't there for decoration, dude.
Still rocking it. Just what I'm saying.
Okay, we're back to the top. We are back to Aydre.
Or wouldn't it be its turn? Oh, it
Whose
had
turn?
its second go, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I will disengage
Okay.
and move back to, let's say, here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my action surge to take an additional action on my turn.
All right.
And cast Ray of Frost on said annoying thing.
Okay.
And I shouldn't have bothered.
At least you wanted that one, and I didn't have to waste my dodge.
Yeah. That just goes wildly off. Completely misses, but luckily misses all your friends too. Well, friends. I'm not. Does Aydre have? Are they have friends?
Endo's Audrey friend.
Business associates.
Yeah, business associates. Is that everything?
Yes.
Jeremy.
I am going to look around, see that everyone aside from Endo has abandoned me to fight this creature. Get up to one of its sides, and I'm just gonna perform last turn with a my +1 dagger and a normal dagger.
Okie dokie.
A 14.
14 does not hit.
That's not good. A 21 now.
That does.
For 7, and I will use sneak on this and mark it as a favored foe.
Okay.
So I did an extra d4.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, so again, pretty much obviously the first attack with your magic weapon misses. The other, it hits, but it just doesn't feel like it's doing anything. It like is cutting it, but it feels like it's not doing anywhere near as much damage as it should be.
I'm just want to double check. With the bonus and dagger, I'm going to use the bardic inspiration to make it do a con save, please.
Okay.
That's just when you make a saving throw, I think.
No, it's the attack roll one.
Oh, is it the attack roll one? Ignore me. Continue with yours.
Okay. Con save.
Is it a d6 die, by the way, Tide?
Yeah, it's a d6. And don't forget that you add that damage on top of your normal dagger anyway, I think.
So I got a 19.
Yeah, you beat the con.
Yep. Okay. Is that everything?
Yeah. That's everything, yeah.
Okay. Can everybody within 20 feet of my little creature, except for Gideon, who is already scared out of her mind, make the wisdom saving throw, please?
I picked the perfect distance.
Yeah, I'm frightened.
Yep.
So is Endo. Oh,
Get it together, guys.
Yep, so Tide again. Maybe it's just because he's so chill, right? He's just like,
Everyone disses it, but it
yeah,
works.
it's like there's no reason to be afraid. What's
Feel
wrong?
the love.
Yeah, whereas Duremir, who is bleeding quite profusely from the machete attack, is getting quite afraid now. And Endo, with the failed grapple and seeing how much damage this creature has done to his friend, is also quite startled. Um, Let me just check. It is going to. It's going to attempt to grapple Endo.
Go on then. That would be hilarious.
Oh my god. Can you roll a save, please? Endo? Endo?
Is it a strength save?
Yeah.
Okay. There we
Take the
go.
air out of him.
Endo did not run away. Endo did not run away.
Endo.
Oh wow. That is just...
Oh wow.
Okay, everyone's rolls today are shit. I'd just
Okay.
like to say this now.
Endo, you are now grappled and you are. God damn it.
If you kill Endo, none of us will forgive you except Gideon because she's only just met him.
What's your AC?
Not a lot, Lynn. Not a lot. I'll be honest with you. It's a smidge. You know, it's not much.
Loincloth.
Yeah, it's a nappy. And some leather sandals. That's my AC. So basically, anything you tell me is going to hit me. The end.
So an 18 hits.
Oh yeah.
Okay, can you please take 20 bludgeoning damage?
I have dodge. Could I not have used my dodge to dodge out of the grapple?
Yeah, okay.
Let's have a look at the actual specs on this little thing here.
I think it's an attack.
You have disadvantage, don't you, when you get...
Okay, a giant mong just tried to kill me by attacking me by grabbing me. Okay, I'm calling it an attack.
It's not.
No, don't say that. You can't say that. No.
Yeah, because it's a check, not... So I guess actually, yeah, so you could be grappled, but because you're having to make... I had to make an attack roll for the damage.
I can
can
avoid the damage, not the
avoid the
grapple.
damage, yeah.
Right, okay, alright. I'll be happy with that, I'm fine. We're just going to hug this out, okay.
Yeah, you're just trying to make friends with it. You're just like... Yeah.
Oh, wait till Endo connects, he's going to make friends.
Gideon.
Okay, so I'm just going to be like, come on, you've got this, you can do it, you've got this. And then step to there, which is not closer to the creature, but it does mean I have line of sight. And then I am going to cast Chaos Bolt at it at first level.
Okay.
But I've still got disadvantage, so let's... No. I mean, I don't know why I'm bothering the second roll. It's an 18, the first decent roll.
Oh, that was... Oh, wow. That's unlucky. Yeah, that doesn't hit. Because you're at disadvantage. Would you like to make your save?
Yes, I would very much like to make my save.
Come on, D20.
It stayed on the 19 for so long before it rolled onto the 4. Oh God.
Is that everything?
I'm just gonna be like, oh, you haven't got this, you haven't got this, and go back to my corner.
Okay. Endo, it's your go. What do you mean you forgot your save? You've only just been frightened.
Oh, right, okay. I thought I had to do it at the end of every turn and I forgot when I got scared. Endo's been scared a lot today. Okay, Endo is just going to try and nut this bastard. He's had enough of the hugs. Let's face it. He's not about this.
Okay. Yep.
Endo,
So, yes?
you're frightened.
Nobody fucking asked you. I'd like you to disregard that, Lynn.
Roll
Because
again.
he should be mute. No,
No, he shouldn't.
No. Oh my god. It's so bad. Oh, I'm never gonna fucking forget this, Dom.
It's okay, that's a hit. Just not a
I
crit.
wanted a crit. I didn't want just a hit. Okay, coming in with the damage.
Okay. So, yeah, you connect with your headbutt, I guess, into his face.
Yep.
He doesn't seem that fussed by it.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to spend another key point and do flurry of blows with my face against his face.
So you're just going to keep smashing your face into his face?
Yes, I am going to keep smashing my head into his face.
Top tier battle
Because that is how Endo rolls. Okay, hit it as hard as you can and then do it again. Or miss. That's what he does.
That's a hit.
I hate to be that person, but shouldn't those been rolled with disadvantage?
They were.
Oh, yeah, they should have.
That's just one of his attacks.
Yeah.
You get 2 flurry of blows.
You get 2 flurry of blows. So, yeah, actually, yeah, you need to roll again.
I need to roll 2 more.
Yeah, because you missed that
to
one.
hit. Right, okay.
Oh my god, how? What are the chances of that?
Mr. Reliable.
Yeah, unfortunately, because you're at disadvantage, they all miss.
Okay. Endo is gonna just continue the hug.
Okie dokie. And Tide.
Right.
Oh, now I forgot my wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah, you can just do that.
Oh yeah.
Roll the same number, 16. Come on, you can do it.
Nice.
You are not frightened anymore.
That it fucking helps. Yeah, after putting him several times in the face, I'm not frightened. Oh wow.
Tide.
When I cast Vicious Mockery... Oh! When he attacked, did he attack with disadvantage? He grappled.
He grappled and then his attacks were negated anyway by the fact they dodged. So.
True. When he took damage from a Vicious Mockery, did it look like the psychic damage hurt him?
It looked like it affected him as much as you were expecting it to, yes.
Okay, great. I would like to cast Dissonant Whispers at first level.
Okie dokie. So, wisdom save. I have
Nice
failed that.
Get running, bitch.
Yep, so it takes the full damage from that. It must use its reaction, if available. It is available to move as far away. So it's going to have to let go of Endo.
Yep.
Or is he going to take Endo with him?
I don't think it would have the... Well, it might have the strength, actually.
This is what I'm scared of. This is what I'm scared of. Endo does not want to go on a ride with this thing. Ride, what have you done?
I mean, I assumed there'd be no carrying Endo.
Yeah, I
Surely.
wouldn't have thought so.
I mean,
Our favourite
392
Tom.
pounds. Yeah, Endo's lucky that he can carry his own weight. Never mind somebody else.
Yeah, so it is going to go... 1, 2 here, and you will get attacks of opportunity if you wish to take them.
Yes, yes I do.
Okay.
You go first, Endo.
Why, thank you very much.
I mean, you
It's
were...
okay,
It
it's
had
okay,
just dropped you,
Duremir.
so, you know.
Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead.
That hits.
Of course it does.
Yeah, I won't get a chance to apply sneak, will I, on this either?
No.
'Cause he's-
Yeah. Okay, so...
Yep.
Is that everything, Tide?
I'm going to move a wee bit. I'm going to come down here, but yeah, that's me done.
Okay, okay. Aydre.
Moving in for better line of sight next to wrong clicker. Next to Tide. Daggers come out. Time.
Okie doke.
Here we go. This one at his head. Boom.
That hits.
Like quickly by the second. Boom.
That hits. Yep.
And she laughs.
She laughs. Is that your 6
Oh,
seconds
actually, no.
of communication?
And actually, and on both of those, can I use my psychic strike?
Yep.
So I get a 1d6 plus 1 on each of those.
Okie dokie.
And
Oh, so that's 4. And that's
6.
6. Yep.
18, 22.
Okie dokie. Is that everything?
That is everything.
Duremir.
Look at Aydre. You'll need them back at some point.
I got plenty more.
That is true.
Throw the daggers, because they've been useful, but they're not that useful. Pull out the longbow and take aim.
Okie dokie.
And miss.
Yes. Is that everything?
Yeah, that is, because it's a two-handed weapon. I can't do it time to do a bonus action.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20. It is running away.
Oh, I need to do my wisdom save for
Oh yeah, we
being
can do that now.
chosen.
And it is going to action dash as well and leave.
Oh no!
Endo is not happy about this.
Tell me that's a DC, please, Lynn.
Let me check for you. No, it's not.
Oh god. Endo just steps next to Duremir just puts his hand on his shoulder. And he just goes, "It's okay, Duremir. We are here. We will help you."
But it hit me bad though, Endo. I'm like,
Left with
maybe
my
on death
daggers.
row.
I love Aydre. It left with my daggers.
So
I told you to get back at some point.
yeah. So you wouldn't be frightened necessarily now because you're not in line of sight of it.
Oh, right, yeah.
So it's left.
Okay.
So you would feel okay at the moment. And as I realised, yeah, this is gonna have to be a 2-shot. So
As ever.
as ever, and no bridges this time. So
Why do you mention that?
I don't.
Still a big body of water, to be fair.
Don't know. So if you would like to rest, you can. You can go into the cabin.
Long rest or short rest?
Yes.
That's up to you
I'm
guys.
gonna go
Oh,
I need a rest.
It's locked. Endo again. Dish, dish, dish.
Yeah, and don't break the door, okay?
Oh, there we go. There we go. Poor Endo.
Do you guys want to take a long rest? Do you want to leave it the night, or do you just want to take a break and head back in after a short?
Long would be helpful. I'm not gonna lie.
Endo could cook a meal during the long rest as well.
That would be appreciated.
you are not in your kitchen, so you won't get the inspiration.
No, but there's a kitchen here. Endo was in a
That
kitchen.
is not. She's like, I want my daggers.
As she watched looking into the darkness, going, "Where did he go?"
Fuck the mist. I want my daggers. I tell you what,
Yeah, you wouldn't
Aydre
get
would
inspiration.
not live in Strad.
Why?
I've got this funny feeling, right, that Strad would rock up and give it a bit of lip, and Aydre would just be like, "Fucking spin on it." Fucking Strad.
All right. Okay. Right. So what are you guys doing? Are you doing a long rest?
I would appreciate one. Not sure about you guys, but that guy hit hard.
I'm assuming that you are going to shut the door behind you.
Yes.
Yep.
So Alice, that's no bear.
What on earth do you mean?
There's a guy outside. He had a machete, and you see this little top of me head here.
Yeah.
He gave me this.
Well, that could have been a bear.
No, trust me, this guy was like 7 foot tall.
No, there's magic here. There's something going on. That thing wasn't even a sentient being. It was being controlled.
Endo got very, very close. Okay, I saw his face from very, very short distance. Our faces collided. This was not a bear.
Oh. Well, I think we should all definitely stay here.
Agreed.
I think we should set everything on fire and leave.
No,
I don't think Steve would be happy with that.
Endo, burning things is not the way to go.
Yeah. Somewhere in the distance, I've heard old screams.
Love it.
Oh,
Fucking love it.
Okay, so you guys can take a long rest. You are safe here for the evening. The slasher has gone away for now. And that is where we will end it. We will figure out a time where we can do the next half. I'm sure it'll be much easier to organise, right? Or is that just my wishful thinking?
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
yes, it's easier, or yes, it's my wishful thinking, guys.
Yes,
Roll
it's
initiative.
easier.
Thank you. Okay. Right. So